Alright, and start. Okay. So, we'll get to see for the next 4 minutes a lovely prologue. It's pretty strongly related to the story, but you don't hear about it or know about it again for another 2.5 hours. If you have not seen or played this game before, this beginning section I am protecting my daughter from these fiends. They're known as shades throughout the game, so don't really know what they are at this point or anything else, but I gotta kill them, so try to do that as well. Oh, there you go.
Nice. Yeah, that first phase, you need to kill one wave of them and then get hit to trigger the next section.
And since this is a prologue, they're kind enough to give you infinite magic and health, and you can do whatever the heck you want, and it'll kind of run through all of the different spells that you're going to get, but you won't have for a while.
Yeah. One problem here is that you don't get to choose which magic you're using.
Yeah, it works out for the most part. They kind of set up the enemies based on the current spell that they give you. But you get different spells as you level up, and as you see, I level up really fast. Why is it missing so much? So Dark Blast, you'll be seeing it a lot. It's actually a relatively recent change to routing. I only found some ways to use it like 2 weeks ago, so it's brand new. The main thing is that you can spam it even if you have no magic. And the very first hit, which if you just rapid fire the button, will always come out. It does like 5 times the normal damage of one of the regular shots. So it helps out in a number of places where magic is very important to keep on. And a whiff to start it.
Always good.
I can hit slightly behind me with the spear, so if I can line them up, I can get a ton of them. I'm whiffing so hard already. Can't wait for Shariar. So, I'm going to be skipping all of the cutscenes in this game, so if you're expecting to get pieces of the story, you're probably better off playing the game yourself.
Yeah.
I can explain as many pieces of it as I can, but there's going to be a lot of finer details that are missed.
Yeah. This boss takes more damage if you hit him in the head, so that's where he's going to be aiming. And he's running into the building because after he kills this boss, he needs to go find his daughter.
For the most part, I'm safe up here too. All the little shades over there can kind of follow me in, but now the real game begins. All the tears, that's right.
1,300 years after the post-apocalyptic hellscape, we are in feudal society.
Don't worry, my daughter's still there though.
Whose house?
Yeah. I mean, compared to the rest of the town, I'm living in like a mansion.
So that medicinal herb is one of 3 that he needs to collect for an upcoming quest. So you can get 2 from enemy drops if he's lucky coming up, and then he won't have to run to the store. Otherwise he will, and it's not a huge time loss, but still time lost.
Yeah, and that path I just took, you're going to be seeing that a lot.
Yeah.
Because when in doubt, you go and see Popola, and you really don't know what you're doing in this game. So Popola has all the answers. So about text skipping. If you just mash normally, you're going to go through the text a lot slower than what I'm doing. You actually need to alternate between two different buttons in order to get it to go at the fastest speed. You'll see this come into play in a significant way much later on in the game, but throughout most of the text pieces I will be doing fast text, so don't encourage you to try and read it.
So the fastest way to move in this portion of the game is rolling. You can actually roll in 3 different directions that all work a little differently. Forward rolls go kind of medium distance, but the big problem with them is that there's like a delay between, like after a forward roll, you can't really do another one really quickly.
Oh no, where are you going?
So if you just use the call animal function to try and call more sheep towards him.
It's the only time in the game that'll ever have a use.
Yep. So you need mutton, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The whole point is going over here and trying to find... Oh, damn it. I have a 10% chance of getting wool. I don't want wool. I cannot advance if I get wool.
Well, thankfully this last sheep is right where you need to be, so it's not too bad. Now shades appear.
Yeah.
So these have a chance of dropping medicinal herbs. So
they can also drop old school books and a number of other things.
1 herb. So he needs 1 more. Otherwise he has to run to the shop.
Well, I'll be at the shop.
Well,
it takes extra time regardless, but... What's the timer at, by the way?
7:10.
Oh, it's really slow.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I didn't have a good prologue. Yeah. This all serves as the exposition. You are the village handyman, so you go and kill stuff all the time and fetch quests and whatever else they deem fit for you. And in return, they'll talk about your daughter and praise you.
Yep.
That's about it.
So I started to explain earlier, but you can roll in 3 different directions that all work a little differently. The forward roll has a pretty large delay between being able to do anything afterwards. So what he usually tries to do is roll sideways, which there's absolutely no delay afterwards, so it's a little faster. You can also roll backwards, which also doesn't have much delay. It's a little slower, and also it's a much longer roll, so you don't have as much control overall, because once you start rolling, you can't change the direction.
A backwards roll is still slightly faster than a forward roll, but anytime that I should be moving anywhere at this point in the game, I should be doing side rolls. Yeah. Beginning of the game, you see a lot of Popola. It'll be true for the next... Well, I see her one more time, and then we actually move on to some real parts. But it'll be a long time before I can switch out of rolling.
But when you do...
Oh, when I do, it's glorious.
Great, yeah.
It's fantastic.
Seems like rolling is pretty fast, though.
It is.
It's a lot faster than walking.
Yeah.
So I can't complain too much, but there's some pretty long stretches you have to cross at this point, and you don't have other modes of transportation yet, so...
Yeah. Well, it's not too long before you get the best mode of transportation.
Oh, the best. Yeah. So anytime that I stop and do like a little stutter step to the side, I'm setting up for a side roll. And so long as I don't stop at any point and reface a direction, I can keep up a side roll in the direction that I'm going, so long as I don't turn more than 45 degrees. And back to the plains. Yeah. Like I said, the beginning of this game is kind kind of silly side quests, but it builds up pretty quickly after this.
Yeah.
This isn't a run that I get a lot of breathing time in, so I'll take it when I can get it. Out of the way. There's only one more time that I'm going to have to roll across this field.
Two more you have to roll back as well, right?
Well, I actually need to do something on the way back, so it's fine.
Fair enough.
Oh, come on.
So yeah, this game has a combo counter, which the more that builds up, the faster your attacks are and the more powerful, right?
It only increases power by very little.
Yeah.
The main thing is that you attack faster.
Yeah.
And it maxes out at about 50 hits. But if I stop attacking anything, then it'll disappear pretty quickly. No. From those enemies that I just killed, I could have gotten some fairly good drops. Drop luck is kind of important at this point. I need to build up enough cash later on to buy things. I'm not to the main portion of the game where I actually will not really farm, but I'll be very careful about picking up enemy drops. But any little bit helps at this point in the game. People just be dropping money. So after a hard day's work, I go back and spend time with my daughter. What else would I do? Quiet you.
I like how your character is able to completely ignore the laws of physics. Dive to the side while in midair.
Oh, I got double jumping down too.
Yeah.
I think we're at least a decade out from learning that ourselves,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I got some other fun tricks later on.
So my daughter's not there. The only logical choice is she must be at the library, because all young kids read books when they're bored.
Of course.
Library where you just were.
Yeah, convenient.
Yeah, of course she'd be right there. Where else?
She's reading a book on Photoshop.
Yep. So we don't know where she is, but we have a good idea. Something about a flower, and it only grows in this one really treacherous place, so let's go there. I'm sure it'll be fine. And she leaves a breadcrumb trail. Okay. So we have the first real dungeon of the game coming up. It's one that you'll see a couple other times, but in a very different light. But there's a small number of tricks along the way. For example, in the very next screen, there's a little cutscene that forces me to walk forward. If I roll as soon as I enter the screen, I can cut off a good portion of that walking distance. And it'll save a couple seconds maybe. I should note that all the big time savers in this game aren't until later, and even those save at most like a minute each. Whereas all the rest are, I might save 4 or 5 seconds here and there. So,
And And
This-
after that, it's just optimized.
Yeah, there's optimized. There's a lot of optimized boss kills. I should probably explain a little bit why this run is on easy difficulty, and the main reason for that is that you get double magic regen rate on easy. It's otherwise very, very similar to normal. All enemies have the same amount of health. You have a bit more health. You have about 50% more health than on normal, and that really doesn't come into play other than I have to use less healing items. It's mainly for the entertainment trade-offs. You can do a lot more quick kills on easy, and it's just a more entertaining run. And that's entirely due to the magic regen rate. Otherwise, it would have to hit things a lot more. So this is the Lost Shrine, a piece of the ancient civilization that nobody really knows or cares about anymore.
Yeah, the music in this game is just beyond phenomenal.
Yeah, there's a choir in this abandoned shrine singing for us.
None of it's in English, it's all made up languages that the ones who wrote all the music just made up.
Yeah.
Kind of like cigarettes.
Oh, he's still alive. It's supposed to be some futuristic combination of English, French, and whatever else she felt like.
So you'll see him start a lot of his attacks with rolling. Part of that is to avoid getting hit as much, and it also changes the attacks that you do. Your string of attacks is very different if you roll.
The second hit of the roll attack is pretty powerful, and it's about as powerful as my older strat, which, well, I'll use it in this room. But it's the air special attack where you just pound down on them, and either one will knock them down.
Yeah, and on these bigger shades, he tries to get 3 or 4 hits in and then do the finisher attack, which does a lot of damage.
This is the only point in the game that you'll see the finisher attack, by the way.
Yeah, unfortunately,
it becomes obsolete very quickly.
I don't want to interrupt this great commentary. Will there be a good place for me to raise donations?
Yeah, you can go ahead right now.
Oh, great. Okay.
There's plenty of time to do commentary for this game.
We have $200 from Casey Jordan. He says, "Great job, guys. Keep kicking ass. Remaining 85 goes towards runner's choice. And you want to kill the animal. Right?
Yeah, we'll kill the animals this time.
We'll kill the animals." $10 from Cyberbot X. "Hey guys, watching at work. But as always, loving the runs. Kinda sad I had to miss because of some sleep, but so it goes. Good luck on me on NieR.
Thanks.
Might as well help get the Iris cutscene because what am I donating for?"
Good choice.
Yeah, there really is no good time to sleep.
Oh, get in there. Okay. I don't normally need to pick up these things, but like I said, every little bit helps, and I do need a bit of extra help to buy some very nice weapons later on. Really? You can go ahead.
We have $5 from Zachariah Porter. Gotta get in for the hitbox at least. Hashtag kill the animals. And another 5 from Ibai Stern. Great marathon so far. Shout out to Rocket Mist in the chat. Fairy, fairy, fairy. I don't know what that means, but thanks for the donation. And then $20 from Shannon Hitch. Donated before, but thought I can afford more. Ask the lady in the crowd in the black tub what she wants to put it toward.
Oh, killing the animals.
Of
Murder.
course.
I'm already sad enough from this game. We have to
Yeah.
put more tragedy.
It's the fitting choice.
What are the animals asking? I
Um,
heard there was a lot for saving them.
yeah, so it's a little unbalanced right now. I'm checking again, even though we haven't had that many more donations, but currently we're standing at 1,423 for saving the animals and 740 for killing them. Yep.
We'll probably beat the record from last time for how much raised for the animals.
Are you we have a,
Keep in mind, Super Metroid isn't until Sunday night. You
Right.
got 2.5 days.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There are plenty of other challenges and choices to donate for. Not that I'm trying to take away from killing the animals.
Nah.
So right here, he's supposed to move the block a lot further. So
Yeah.
he jumps from further away, and
Being able to roll in the right place actually prevents that dialogue box from preventing me from moving forward. So
yeah.
it's another very small skip. It saves several seconds.
How is that?
What are some of the other challenges or choices that are coming up? Like some of the big ones.
Vietnam race is next.
Yes, so some of the bigger challenges coming up. Well, I don't think we have any coming up that soon. The next one, the next game we're doing, Batman, the challenge for the race between Funkdoc and Sinister, that has been met. So the next one that has not been met, wow, gonna have to go down the list a while. We have Black Zero for Mega Man X4. It looks like that has not been met yet, and neither has the Iris cutscene for the same game.
Okay, so Echo Hard Mode was
Yep. Oh yes, yep, Echo Hard Mode was met. So
and George Foreman's KO boxing.
Yep, that was met too. So we're gonna be doing George Foreman KO boxing. So I don't know. Oh, and we still have the super ultra secret donation incentive. Although I think we might have gotten a big donation in for that recently that I haven't put towards that yet. So
right here, we meet Grimoire Vice. So once you ask him for help, you have to kill a certain number of shades, and then this dialogue will start. Once this dialogue starts, killing more shades doesn't really do anything until after it ends. Once it ends, he wants to kill like 5 or 6.
So as soon as that what line disappears, I need to just kill several shades, and it'll skew the very last spawn of them.
So that was just grouping them together.
Yeah, I was grouping them together so I could start it as soon as possible, as soon as the trigger was available.
Yep. So now we have magic. We start off with Dark Blast, which thankfully is a pretty useful, especially since we don't really have much magic hit at this point in the game. Being able to just spam Dark Blast is really helpful.
So the strat here is very different from the old strat that I used to use, which involved countering, which was the only point in this game in which you would actually use counter. So if you can time an attack right before it hits you and block,
What's that?
yeah, and then it whiffed. But that is the old way to take care of this. It does a pretty hefty chunk of damage and knocks them down, which is very important at this point. But just the raw amount of damage that I can get per second with Dark Blast is much more than that. So switch off to it, and it kind of makes this whole sequence more consistent. Oh,
Nice try.
yeah.
Would perfect countering be faster then? Or
No, because you still have to wait for them to attack. And unfortunately, you cannot attack and do magic simultaneously. So I would have to sequence them. Come on. There it is. Okay. There you go. Boss 1 is down. It only gets more interesting from here. She's just taking a nap. It's all good. So one of the pieces that we got out of the Kabuki costume is the now loading screen at the bottom. Not on this particular screen, but you'll see Emil, who is a character who will join up later. His silhouette is there instead of Yona's.
Are there any gameplay differences to the costumes?
No.
Gameplay, no. Speed running, yes. Unfortunately, both of the DLC costumes add a small amount of time to each and every loading zone. So, yeah, it's It's only a fraction of a second, but it adds up over the course of the game, and it's like an additional minute longer or something like that.
To load the fact that the costume.
I guess so.
Something.
I don't know. But that was one of the things that I found as I was beginning to route this, unfortunately. Because I like the costumes. They had a little bit of flair. Samurai is... It's good to see once. I don't enjoy looking at it for the whole game. But the Kabuki costume also changes Kaine and Emil, who are your two partners who eventually join. Spoilers. Be careful. I take some small detours to start up some quests, which have some very large rewards to them. Or rather, one large reward and a lot of small rewards that help out later on. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about in about 5 minutes. You also get all of the witty banter now that Vice is around.
We're done to read some more donations?
Go for it.
Alright, we have $20 from Robert Kabula. As soon as I saw NieR in the schedule, I knew I needed to donate during it. I cannot wait to see how you guys are going to do this. Runner's choice for the monies.
Alright.
Kill the animals.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you just want to do that for the whole run, or do you think you want to change?
I'll change at some point, but not yet. I'll give it more time for Kill the Animals.
Okay.
We'll see where the other challenges are at about an hour in.
Next choice is X5 versus X6.
Ooh.
Hmm.
What's the disparity between that right now?
Just refreshing now to see.
We all know that we have to give Romscott more work to do.
Ramscott.
Is he not playing one of them?
I believe
I don't-
Romscott's on 6.
I don't know. Okay, so X6 is ahead right now at 191, and X5 is at 70.
Okay.
So, pretty big disparity between those.
Well, it can close quickly.
It has to be done.
Relatively far apart. That's not that much.
Pretty easy sniping there.
Hint, hint.
We have another $20 from Jimmy Holm. Hey guys, promising to be another awesome marathon. Really admire the work you guys do, not to mention the work of Doctors Without Borders. They really deserve every cent they can get. Keep up the good work, y'all. And then another 15 from Josef Nielsen. I've never paid this much for waffles. I guess there's a first time for everything. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. And the next one, $30 from Alexander Sunby. Shout out to the IRC mods. Hopefully one of many donations. Waffles.
Oh, man.
Nice.
I don't know what's up with
There
the
was
waffles.
something about waffles a while ago.
So- Yeah, so you saw right there, the camera changed, but it wasn't actually a cutscene. He was still moving. So if he has it lined up properly, he can just keep moving. If not, at the end of that like
I'll have to
circular
adjust.
platform, he'll get stuck.
It's actually been a long time since I've gotten that, so it's good to... Again, it's minor time savings, but every bit helps.
Oh yeah, another small change that the DLC costumes make is that now enemy magic looks like
Emil's
Emil
face.
heads. Yep.
There's lots of little cool skips in this area too, I think.
Yeah.
Like that.
There we go.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
that jumps really cool. Oddly, in the other version of this game, NieR Replicant,
Yeah.
you actually can't make that jump. Your rolls are a little smaller.
Yeah, you are well, basically a young teenager at this point in NieR Replicant, and they accounted for this by changing your roll length. So you are quite a ways from actually being able to make that shortcut. And upcoming, we have the most random boss in this game. With any luck, she'll behave. So she can choose to be invincible at any point that she wants and do that attack. And I can't really do anything to stop her.
What she likes to dodge.
Yeah. Part 1. And part 2 is a little easier. The ideal pattern is she has a really long charge-up attack that she can do. And if she just starts off with that, that's fantastic. I can end her right there.
Hope no one's watching this at work.
Yeah, you're about to get some very not safe for work dialogue.
Also,
Oh no, it broke me out of it. Dang it. You're gonna see me try to set up for a couple their blood supercharges, as we call them. It basically allows me to charge far more blood than I actually, or magic than I actually have capacity for at this time.
So basically, the way all the magic is basically it recharges faster if White absorbs blood from enemies, and anytime he gets one of those like counters that he fills down, he's going to get a large amount of blood. So if he starts charging up an attack, it'll refill after he uses up the magic he has, and he can charge more than he should be able to at this point in the game.
Okay. And that is Laura Bailey on the voice of Kaine. This is probably one of her more adult-oriented roles. Not much you can say when half of her dialogue is cussing.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not done yet.
So the magic he just got is Dark Hand, which uncharged, it's actually a one very powerful hit. It's got decent area of hit, and it's really powerful. If you charge it up, it does this weird shockwave thing that does very little damage and is overall useless.
Yeah. So, I also have all of the magic that I'll need throughout the rest of the game. Right now. Wow, wow.
Nice.
Off to a great start here.
So this boar is actually really strong and
I'm about 3
has-
levels too low to be taking this on.
Yeah.
But all the time put it... Oh my gosh. I'm getting stuck on the wall.
So the most important thing he's doing in this fight is using Dark Hand to stun the boar so that he doesn't try to attack you, because things will not go well if he does.
More liver.
Meat.
Meat is the lowest worth thing I could have picked up there. It's also the most common, but
Of course.
yeah. I have about a 10% chance of getting boar liver, which is worth a little more than 10 times as much. It's pretty, it's, yeah, really helpful at this point in the game. And this is the last time I'm going to have to roll across this field.
So I apologize if this was answered before and I missed it, but how is Vermore Wise talking to you? Does he live in your head or something?
Oh no,
No,
he's
he
a
can
book
talk.
and he floats around.
And he can talk.
Yeah, like if I use Dark Blast, he appears.
Okay.
It's assumed that he's just kind of around.
Alright.
Yeah, he just doesn't have a sprite character model on screen most of the time.
Okay.
That's a sprite.
Yeah, we'll go with sprite.
It's really thirsty.
This is the second portion of side quests. I have the choice between going and talking to Popola or talking to Yona, and it's much quicker to go to Yona first. I have to do both either way, but I start off going through Yona's quest will start me off on Popola's as well. But every time I visit and there's new shinies on the wall, I have to make sure I steal my daughter's lunch money.
She won't need it.
Yeah, she's in bed. What does she need it for? I've got shopping to do. I almost forgot what I was doing.
That's why you made that list.
Yeah. I went through and made a list earlier of all the places in order that I'm supposed to go in this game, because I have a tendency to forget. It's not that going back to Popla again and again and again looks different. Actually, please have enough. Yes,
Nice.
very minor side quest to pick up an extra 500. Any 500 that I can get is good for now and good for later. It will all help me get Beastbane, which is the weapon I'm building up towards.
Do you
Yeah.
upgrade any weapons in this or no?
No.
No.
It's just
Well, there's one.
It's too much work to get the drops, right?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
too many random pieces that you have to get, or the pieces themselves are too expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I think it does, as part of the story, upgrade the Nameless Blade.
Yeah,
Right?
it'll upgrade
Yeah.
your initial weapon as a story element, but
Still not
cash
what
in
it
my
is.
boar.
So he mentioned that he wants to get the Beastbane. It's not that the Beastbane is all that strong, but it gives you a pretty big boost to your magic power.
It has an attack power 75% higher than my basic blade, and the difference is that each weapon has a magic amplification boost. It's just, I will boost your magic by this much damage just by having the weapon
So thanks to the
equipped.
boar side quest, we now have the boar.
Or drifting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jeremy. Because my friend was showing off board drifting, I was like, oh, clearly need NieR.
So the other thing you may or may not have seen right there was he killed the enemy and he dropped what the game calls words, which are basically modifiers that you can set in using Grimoire Vice. Basically just sort of giving bonuses to your attack, your magic.
Like you can give your attack,
Yeah.
you can give your attack some status ailments, some just boosted attack power, boosted defensive power, all sorts of things, and you can attach them between your. For example, I can attach it to rolling, or magic, or my weapon. But the thing is, early on in the game, they are not powerful enough to really worry about. Like, all of the words I can get are 2 or 4% boosts in anything, and I really don't have the stats to make use of that, so I will hold off until later to actually equip any words.
So now we have fishing.
Yeah.
Fishing is...
Oh, no, I don't
Nice.
want to fish here.
Nice.
Stop.
You don't really want to fish anywhere,
No.
to be quite honest.
Yeah, fishing. So fishing gets a really bad rap in this game. It's not great. I'm not gonna try to defend it, but the biggest problem is that the tutorial it gives you is dead wrong. It
Yeah. The
tells-
tutorial tells
yeah.
you that you need to press A to reel in the fish. No, do not do that.
Never.
You can. What it means is that you can press A to like try to pull up the fish earlier than it's ready. But if you do that at any other point, you're going to lose your line. Yep. So if I pressed A at some point earlier than that, I could have had a chance to reel in the fish with increasing probability as the stamina goes down. But that is the only time I have to fish. In fact, I'm going to sell off my lure as soon as possible so I don't have to fish again by accident. And this old lighthouse lady quest is story driven. I have to do it. If I don't, I'll go back and apparently tell it to Yona, and Yona will yell at me, and I'll go back and have to do it anyways. So I'll take care of it now while I'm here. And then this mail that doesn't ever get delivered except by me.
Yep.
So, awesome post office, guys.
There's an interesting block puzzle in the basement of the post office. Is there even anything down there?
Yeah, it's related to a couple side quests.
Right.
She didn't even wait for me? Jeez. Good jerk. One of the things that you can tell in a couple areas, particularly this one, is that the The game's graphics designers really love to use bloom. You'll be blinded coming out of the dark caves quite a bit.
So the game constantly switching brightness isn't the upscaler doing that?
No, that's the game.
Okay.
If I happen to cancel out of a cutscene at the same time it's adjusting bloom, it'll load up the next area with that much bloom still in effect.
Alright.
Okay, done in Seaside. Because this is the marathon route, I will end up seeing Seaside again. Otherwise, this would be my last and only time here. But I will come back later on to start up a side quest. First, I gotta cash in. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, I have enough. Yep.
NieR's like the way he moves in this game, like when you're pushing boxes and jump, like when you stop running and turn around, he like flails like he has jumping seizures. It's great. I don't know who made these characters.
Yeah.
Well, if we get when he double jump, like he's pelvic
Yeah.
thrusting or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He somehow jumps through this chest.
Board drifting.
Fast and the Furious.
No. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
stray pieces of scenery that you will just get caught on for no reason. Yeah. The board doesn't stop. You just can't get past it.
So he actually just passed by a large shade that usually doesn't appear there. It's
Oh, I didn't even complete this quest. Oh, whatever. More money.
But yeah, at the levels that you'll actually encounter that giant shade, it's not worth fighting at all. It takes a long time to kill, and it really doesn't give you anything.
You get a couple of unique words from it, but they, again, are 6% words, which is still not useful. And that's just some extra side quests. The quickest ones, basically, that I can do to get a little bit extra cash. I've got this fish, and I'll give the fish to Yona, and she'll feel better and stop complaining for a little while.
Perfect parent.
Yeah. Magic drop and more lunch money. In a full run, I wouldn't stop to pick up as many side quests or shelf money, but I need as much help as I can get. It's kind of random as to whether or not I'll have enough money later on.
Yeah, he's going to be going through an area called the Junk Heap, and there are a ton of drops that he could get there that are worth a lot, but he has obviously just as much chance not to get them, so...
Yeah.
Again.
Yep, back to Popola. I've got a letter to drop off to her this time, and then she'll tell me about all of the fun stuff I can do at the Junk Heap.
She really just asked her to like sit outside and be back.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain to climb up this. But she just stands around reading all day, so can't be bothered. She tells me, hey, your weapon looks like it sucks. Go fix that. So I go off to the only known blacksmith in the world. After I hit up the bar. And I can't skip the bar as much as I would like to. Popola has a sister, twin sister, Devila, and Devila kind of shows up and tells you about side quests and things. She's much less important, but I still need to talk to her from time to time. Did I just pass it? Yes, I did. Wow. There's a side quest that you can actually get both of them to sing this village theme together, and it's kind of annoying to do, but it's the only way to hear that track in the game, so somewhat worth it. I'm not going to be doing it in the run though.
Pretty much worth it for this OST.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that track isn't even on the OST.
What?
It's not voiced on the OST. I think, anyways. I could be wrong.
We have time for any more donations?
Go ahead.
We have $35 from Sean Hoang. You guys are doing a good thing, and I really respect charity events like SGDQ.
Come on.
Please put this money towards the Order of Ecclesia, and if possible, have the speedrunner say, "How dare you, even forgetting who raised you, you stupid disciple."
Oh, hopefully it'll be playing in Japanese.
And we have $50 from Joshua Birdsall. Big shout out from up here in Oregon. Glad to see everyone getting involved in such a great cause. Keep up the great work and the great games. Where's everybody from? Have we done a roll call in a while? That would be a good opportunity.
Okay.
Well, I'm the runner. I'm Omnigamer. I'm currently living in Boston, originally from Ohio.
I'm Marsh, also living in Boston.
I'm MBM and I live in Colorado Springs.
SS Skinner, I'm from Chicago.
Listener, live here in Denver.
Blue Glass, 100% God's.
I'm Iceplug, originally from Louisiana, I'm from California.
Pixel 17, I live about an hour away in Longmont.
I'm Gravy Ray. I'm from Texas.
You swing.
And I'm reading the donations. I'm Kiura, and I'm from Minnesota. And we do have a lot more to get through, so I'll keep going here.
Go for it.
We have $20 from Emil Burke. I've always loved this game, and it's always amazing to see people do things that you believe you were the best at, twice as good as you. And we have $10 from Shannon Kroc. NieR's such a good game, it's great to see it showing up here. Put my money towards fighting the optional Gilgamesh battles in Final Fantasy V. Now we fight like men, and ladies who dress like men.
No, ladder, please.
Ladders are strong.
What is wrong with the camera?
$3.
Nice.
Yes.
So yeah, these robots explode a short while after he kills them. So what he tries to do is grab the item and get away. But he failed that in that last area.
Shush. Probably will not be the first time.
Are you getting any of the good drops?
Well, from those enemies there are no good drops. It's from a crate later on. There's a couple of crates that have a very small chance to drop pyrite, which is worth 1,400, I think, which is like worth 10 of these guys.
Random drops from crates? That just seems weird. Normally those things...
I'll explain a little bit how the crate mechanics work. Oh, come on.
Okay, and we have another $30 from David Feltrin. Great work as usual, everyone. Except for anyone who wants to see Soma yet again, you terrible people. Put this to Order of Ecclesia for the Castlevania game. And we have $5 from John Muddyman. Glad to see there is some non-Mario, Zelda, Final Fantasy games being run. My favorite part of any marathon is the forgotten or just horrible broken games that get played. Keep up the good work, obscure game runners.
Heck yeah.
And $10 from Nick Frigilana, Annihilator here. So happy to see NieR being played on a marathon. And I had to donate when I saw that the OST is being offered as a prize. Good luck on the run, Omnigamer.
Thank
And
you.
keep up the great marathon, guys.
I will take as much luck as I can get.
And we have $25 from Vincent Hammack. Adding this to my previous $10 donation, loving the run so far and hoping to win that NieR soundtrack. And also putting that towards the Gilgamesh battles. And $40 from Catherine Pauley. I don't know if this is from this game or not, but the comment is, strive till the phantoms are broken, fight till the battle is won, the squadrons of night can't conquer the day, nor shadows extinguish the sun.
That's actually the chorus of the final NieR theme, so nice illusion there.
Cool.
It's actually words that are from an actual language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they were all from the made-up language.
No,
Most of them, yeah.
the ending theme actually is in 4 different languages, depending on which ending you get. There's 4 endings that you can get, and each one has a different language between English, Japanese, French, and German. You're only going to be hearing the English one from this one, though.
The only one that matters.
So I think I forgot to mention that at the start of the run, but we do actually have that NieR soundtrack up. If you donate $10 or more, during this game, if you donate $10 or more by the time we end this game, then you'll be in the runnings to win that. We'll draw a prize for that. And yeah, I was going to say you could look up an image of that on the tracker, but it's the soundtrack. It's not going to be very exciting.
The audio image.
We have another $20 from Johan Leroy. This SGDQ 2013 is awesome. Thank you to the runners for the show. I hope you will reap many donations. And another $100 from Martin Vikstrom, who says that he wants Blue Glass on the couch. Can we make this happen? This brings my total up to $200.
Lucky spot.
Sit on the arm list.
I guess I can move the camera again so that we can see Blue Glass on the couch.
You can go on the other end there. And that donator also gave that 100 to you, Blue Glass, to do what you please with. Would you like me to read off the choices and challenges again?
Let's kill the animals.
Killing the animals. And we've actually had a few donations for that, so the totals are now up to 1,472 for saving the animals and 941 for killing the animals. Still got a ways to go, though. Oh.
What is the phrase? I think it's kill the animals, save the run.
That sounds good.
So these robots with the red lights are the ones that actually have the chance to drop rare things, in particular titanium alloy, which is worth 800. There's not many of them, though. You just saw the remaining 3 before I get to the boss.
Did you get any titanium alloy?
I don't think so.
I kind of have to read the writing.
Oh, come on. So one of the most annoying things about this particular dungeon is that the spawns are randomly timed. So I know that there's supposed to be one coming up right now, please. Anytime. You can do it. There it is. But they can just kind of wait forever if they feel like it. And the bomb that's supposed to spawn out of it now is also random.
Why would they even do that?
I don't know. The robots that spawned up earlier were also random, but yeah, that was...
The amount of time the bomb has to blow up also random?
No, that one's always the same, and unfortunately it's always short. So I need to get away. Like, the bomb could straight up kill me at this point in the game if I'm too close.
So what is the basic story of this game?
First you're confused and then you're just sad.
Yeah, that's the summary.
Okay.
More of the story elements will come later on, but right now the main thing to know is I'm hunting down these sealed verses, which basically just mean more magic attacks.
That you won't use?
That I won't use. I do enjoy a lot of the other magics, it's just they do not really serve a purpose in the speedrun setting.
Yeah. The extent of the story that you know right now is that your daughter's sick, and you think that you can save her by finding these sealed verses to power White Vice up.
Yeah.
That's way to help your loved ones in this dark.
Of course. Of course.
And again, that like triangle piece of the dart blast is only the very first shot. The rest are kind of these puny little shots that don't do much damage. And I can spam it as much as I want just because that's how that attack works. Right?
Interesting that the first 2 magics you get are the only ones you ever use.
Yeah, well, they're kind of like the signature moves. You have, this is the long range attack, and then this is the powerful up front thing.
Yeah.
And then the rest are more, I'll say, novel than that. I almost died.
Yeah.
We'll ignore that part.
So one thing to keep in mind when he uses the Dark Hand to take out groups of enemies is that he has limited control over the aiming for it. Like, he can control generally like what direction it'll go, but it kind of tries to auto-target an enemy.
It'll choose between going left and right, or alternate between them. There's a new quick kill coming up on this boss. No. I'm shy on damage, so this is not going to be as fast as it should be, but... Ideally, I'd get him dead. I'd get this phase dead before he even fires off the lasers. There we go. But it's still a lot faster than the old strat, which had to wait through the entire thing.
Oh, nice. So that right there is where it really becomes important that he doesn't have too much control of the Dark Hand, and it's also he also doesn't have too much control over what these enemies are going to do. He was really lucky to get all of them in one hit.
Yeah. There's one more phase beyond all of these enemies, so I need to kill at least the ones that spawned earlier once in order to get the other ones on screen. And there are some more, I'll call them red beat bops here, that have the red flashing lights, and they have the rare drops.
Is Ubergoose still in here? The French restream is wondering if we can add a donation incentive for Ubergoose to do the Praise the Sun stance during the Dark Souls run.
I would be surprised if you would say no, but if someone would down here, let me know if this thing
Alright. Using a magic drop here enables you to basically cut down the number of phases that you have to go through these stupid missile things. I only have to go through 2 cycles of it, whereas normally you have to go through 4. And it takes quite a lot of time to just switch between the phases. And done. And that's Geppetto. I should also be at about the 1 hour mark in the run.
Yeah, he
Sounds
says he'll
about
do
right.
it for 350 total.
Say what?
He'll do it for 350.
Great. All right. So we're adding a new donation incentive, a challenge, to do the Praise the Sun stance during loading times when Ubergoose will be playing Dark Souls.
Anyway, what time are we at?
57:45.
Okay.
Ooh,
So,
good. You said you were supposed to be an hour.
well, it'll be an hour soon. But
Yeah.
this isn't really a game where you can make up or lose a lot of time at once, unless I really screw up. It's all the minor time savings that just add up.
Well, you could have if you'd taken a mine to the face.
Well,
That would have.
yeah, having to restart from a game over would have cut up a little bit of time. Alright, but we have another boss right away. So let's get going on that one. Please don't hit me. Okay, good. Sometimes shades will just run up, and if they hit you, they knock you off the board, and I'd have to kill them, but they behave this time
Yeah,
around.
you're pretty much safe once the board gets going, but during those first few steps,
Alright. It'd be nice if you did a little... Oh, no. Come on, board.
Oh, God.
Come on, board. Do it. Stop. Oh. Yeah, that piece of grass was not giving me away.
What about Too Fast, Too Glorious?
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to get that game out for myself.
Right, go down. You You can see the blood flying back at me, and that refills my magic. I only get it when I kill them with physical attacks, so you're encouraged to kind of swap between them. But since my magic regen is fast enough, I'll explain another piece about magic regen in a second, but it's more advantageous for me to have lower magic than higher magic. Or, like, actual magic stock. And that's because the gauge refills faster the lower it is.
Basically, he wants to use up all his magic at once so that it refills as quickly as possible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so when it's at the very lowest, I can guarantee that I'll get to a next hit faster than I would get from, say, waiting for it to fill up twice before using my attack. And it slows as it gets higher up.
So another way he can refill his magic is by like intercepting magic shots from enemies. That'll also refill your magic a little. Most of the time, though, if he's blocking those shots, it's mostly so they don't hit him. Refilling magic is basically an extra.
Anytime that you see me using Dark Blast at this point in the game is a new route change, because normally I did not have Dark Blast equipped at this point in the game at all. It used to be just Dark Lance and Dark Hand, but just because I can spam it on need as opposed to when I have magic for it, it makes it very get up there. Makes it very valuable.
Time for any more donations?
Go for it.
All right. Oh, just a sec. I actually have to refresh here. Okay. So we have $20 from Vincent Magnanat, who puts $20 already to the Praise the Sun stance during Dark Souls. And another $20 from Andrew Kuhn. NieR is one of my favorite games after a friend told me about it. And I can't wait to see what's made of it. I missed the start of NieR, so I didn't catch the buy-in for the soundtrack, but hopefully this will be enough. Also got to get in for that 3DS XL, because why not?
You should still be eligible for the soundtrack if you donate at any point during it.
Yes.
No, he means he didn't hear
Right.
how much.
Oh, right.
So the way prizes work is we have them hooked into the schedule, so if you donate at any point from exactly when we start the run to exactly when we end it, you'll be eligible for the prizes. So if you didn't get in before 8:08, which is when we started this run, then unfortunately you aren't in for the soundtrack.
And I think it was a minimum of $10 for the soundtrack.
It is. It's a buy-in of $10 for the soundtrack, and for our grand prizes, the 3DS is $20, and the Hitbox, sorry, the arcade stick, that's $15. Hitbox arcade stick.
What's the maximum for the grand prizes or
What did I just use?
The maximum for the grand prizes?
Yeah, like the grand prizes we it's scaling, so it's like a minimum of 20% chances for up to 60 or whatever.
I have no idea if we're doing that this time, but
Well,
could be.
Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me later. No, I used a strength drop, yeah. Strength drop I just used is intended for much later in the game. I have a chance to not need it and have a hiccup somewhere else, but some mistakes. The menuing, if I move too quick, I have a chance to grab something entirely different.
We have another $5 from Gareth Johnson. This game has to have the best soundtrack out of any of the games getting ran, and that is saying something. And $100 from Jeffrey Reed, hashtag kill the animals. $30 from Make David Seeliger, great marathon and everything for a good cause. Also good luck for the runner and kill the animals. And $20 for Jonathan Hamrick, held my donation back for that delicious NieR soundtrack. Absolutely one of the best game soundtracks ever. Poor guy's behind, so I'm putting this to Team Engine in CTR. And $10 from Mergen Talaby. Hey guys, didn't expect to see one of my favorite RPGs this generation being run at SGDQ. Awesome. Gotta get in on the soundtrack. Also, no one stops rolling.
Nope.
Godspeed to Omnigamer.
Yeah. What is the challenge that is the furthest away from being met right now?
Good question. Well, we actually we had a huge donation near the start of this run that met the super ultra secret donation incentive for Double Dragon. and also the Ninja Gaiden race from Bionic Commando. So those were two pretty big ones coming up that just got met right away with that. I think the next big one after that, oh, we have Maxim Any Percent for $300. It only has 11 for it in Harmony of Dissonance. And then there's also the 5-heart challenge. No, sorry, that's been met, but the No Potions challenge in Legend of Zelda has not been met. That's 160 out of 1,000.
Everyone, please donate for Maxim Any Percent. I'm the one running that. That'll be a lot of fun.
All right, you hear it
Goes
here.
well. It should take about a minute to beat the game.
Oh yeah,
so
right. Maximum any.
I think you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You heard it from the runner. He wants you to donate for Maxim Any Percent for Harmony of Dissonance.
Is so broken.
That won't be for a while, so you have some time, but we still got a ways to go for that.
Are we gonna have Dragon Dark reading your notes for you?
No, although it'd be nice if he could be there explaining what's happening, because I won't have time.
The run will be over before you get the first couple words out.
He'll be here. He might still be asleep, though. I guess.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he's running crystals about 3 hours after that, so he might still be asleep.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing all bosses right before, so I might just take downtime in that to explain any percent.
We have another $20 from James Crawford. Good luck to Omni on the run, donating for the classic Iris cutscene. Shoutouts to BP. And $50 from Johan Hamill. Thanks for the stream and the community. Another 50 from Daniel Bennett. Hey people. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Throw my 50 at the double secret probation thingy for the Sinister One's Double Dragon run. Well, that has already been met, but I'm sure yours went to it, so thanks for that. And we have 50 from an anonymous donator. Oh, Kendall P says, SGDQ has not disappointed. Thank you to all the runners and keep up the good work for such a good cause.
So, story points for this part of the game is Kaine knows some king who might know something about Black Scroll. So we'll go and talk to him, but it's in this crazy part of the desert and you can't speak the language at all.
And everyone is Pyramid Head.
Everybody is Pyramid Head.
For some reason.
Where is James?
We have another $10 from Thomas Schick. Oh, I'm sorry. That was the wrong view. We have $10 from Jonas Simmerline. I'm not saying I've been waiting the entire year to see Blue Glass again, but I have been waiting every day to see him again. Blue Glass, the world loves you. If I had to choose between you and Batman to save the world, I'd put my money on you.
Alright, so what do you do when somebody falls down? First, you pick up all their stuff. Just leave them face down. They're okay, I'm sure. Gotta make sure this orange is fine, though. And then I guess we might as well talk to them. Oh, we don't even help them up. They just get up on their own. I'm a great guy.
We're waiting for you to tell them it's all clear.
Yep.
We have another $50 from Burns Landmesser. NieR is one of my favorite gems in this generation of consoles. I've never donated before, but by integrating this game to your schedule, I cannot hold back anymore. Godspeed to Omnigamer, and big thanks to all the crew for your dedication. Greetings from Germany. And sick.
Are you waiting for something? Or?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, Fira. We can do this. We can't go anywhere without you. I wish she could use her teleportation powers to kind of speed this part up, but
Yeah.
she saves all that for later.
So the running joke in this town is that they've got hundreds of thousands of minor rules that they have to follow.
And they all have them memorized, so don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to remind you every time you bump into one.
So for those of you trying to speed read along with the text, you'll see Rule 11,076 or Rule 106,250.
They're kind enough to at least teleport you back and forth between like the beginning of the town and the end of the town. But now it's Beastbane time. Probably, hopefully.
You should have enough.
It'll be close. Oh, I used a defensive drop. Ooh, I'm 200 shy. I'll get it on the way back. It doesn't hurt me too much. It means that I have to actually fight the wolves. But I'll live. 200.
Nothing you can afford to sell?
No, all the rest is either not worth enough or I need it for a later part in the run. Like the drops are very valuable. Any of the strength or magic drops will increase your strength or magic by double for 30 seconds. So it's most of them I can take out an entire boss in that time. There's a small skip here if I'm doing segmented. Is normally I have to wait for Fira to climb all the way to the top, and she takes her sweet time. But if I go and save and then load the save, she'll be there automatically. Problem is that by game time, it still counts all the time spent loading and saving, so you only end up saving a couple seconds if I do that. And now we get to see Fira's amazing teleportation powers that she's been hiding for the rest of the time. You can go ahead with some donations. It'll be about a minute.
Okay, great. Let's see. We have $60 from Christopher Lovegren. Hello, fellow speedrunner here. Loved AGDQ, so just have to watch SGDQ, and so far I'm really loving it. Had to donate for that 3DS XL. Put my donation toward the damn skip in Oddworld. And Bluegrass for president. $25 from James Simpson. Great to see NieR played on SGDQ. Really enjoying seeing it broken somewhat. Just saw that massive air jump shortcut. We'll be using that next time. Money goes to Omni's choice. Do you still want to kill the animals?
So it's past an hour. Let's switch it up to maximum until that's met.
Okay.
The maximum any percent?
Yep.
Okay, will do.
So normally I can take them out in one hit. I'm not so lucky. Take it, please.
Nice.
She's gonna leave. Okay, there. That's my 200.
Does she get killed if she gets too far ahead or something?
No, it teleports me back to the beginning and starts all over again.
Nice.
So escort quests in this game are the best. Please
I
die.
mean, technically she's escorting you.
Please die, Wolf. Thank you.
The idea here is that like the sandstorm is too treacherous to navigate, so you need her
She knows her way through somehow.
Yeah.
Just because she lives in the desert and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course there's a route to your sandstorm.
Yes.
Oh, of course.
Yes, indeed.
Specific path. That only works when you have a guide.
When I used to have different magic set up, I would still have guard equipped to some things, and I could dance in the desert to the music, but I can't quite do that anymore. But just get to play with funky physics.
The sand is so slippery.
It is.
It's very slippery.
The thing is, the game decides that it'll occasionally just turn off that feature, mechanic, whatever. I stopped sliding, particularly in overhead shots. And sandstorm is over. Turn over here and wait.
I mean, it's mostly just overhead shots. I mean, the mechanics are actually completely different than overhead shots. Like it almost becomes like the aiming method basically becomes like a dual stick type of thing, where rather than changing the camera with the right stick, you actually just aim your shots with it.
I'm working on it, Weiss. I try to avoid getting too close to these sand monuments because there's a small cutscene that plays if I do. And she's facing the right direction. And teleport. Good job, Fira.
Yeah, so those sand monuments, later in the game you can actually go through a quest that will let you warp between them after you've activated them. Unfortunately,
I don't really
there's
need
no-
to go anywhere, so
Yeah.
it's faster just to walk. And it takes like 15 seconds to open up each one anyways. It's just not worth it. In like 100% run, it might be worth it. 100% being getting the ending D.
I was gonna say, is there a definition for that?
I call it getting ending D because you need to get all weapons.
Yeah.
True 100% takes quite a long time because you have to power up every weapon and get every word and too much stuff that doesn't really have a point.
Luck puzzle.
So if magic hits you in these rooms, you have to redo the puzzle.
Yeah.
Each room also has some rule that like there's something you can't do.
So I can't jump right now. Oh dear.
That was nice.
Grab. I hope I have enough time. I didn't pull it all the way. No, where are you going?
Nice. Alright. Alright, nice.
Yeah, so I butchered that. Good job, Kanye.
I know she's just sitting there getting her.
Grab. Dang it. I'm stuck. God. I have not failed this twice, like
Let go of
ever.
the box.
Well, it takes me a long time. Like, there's an entire animation for letting go of the box,
Oh god.
and I have to wait through the whole thing.
Yeah.
If I get it just right, but that means I have to grab the box right, it'll let me go through. But this is kind of embarrassing. Oh no, I didn't even.
Just pull the block this way. Just pull it the other
No,
way so
too
you're not
late.
in the...
Oh my gosh, why are you pushing it that way? Here, stop. It'll
Okay,
do
just
the.
pull it-
I got
Yeah,
you.
there
I
you
know.
go.
I know.
If it'll pull that way.
It's okay, you can guard yourself.
Yeah.
So
So that's like a minute wasted, but don't worry, we won't catch up. There's plenty of leeway built into the schedule, though.
Time for any more donations?
Yeah.
Great. We have $30 from Baptiste Rosier. Congratulations for this marathon. Hope it will be very successful, like SGDQ. And $10 from Thomas Schick. Wow, he's been donating a lot. Gotta say, NieR has one of the best soundtracks in gaming history. Everyone should totally find a way to listen to it. And $40 from Nick Hauser. Ah, NieR, the game that destroyed my soul.
He only played it because I saw Omni's run and told him he had to play it now.
All your friends to play NieR.
I did, and now they all hate me. They're all like crying.
Now they're all in group therapy together. Sam showed me NieR and now I'm depressed for life.
Yes, I got the glitch.
Nice.
Ooh.
That's a new discovery. It doesn't do anything, but
It's
That's
just
fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Of course it does something.
So this is a small side-scrolling platformer. Just throwing that into the mix. This game tries to play with a lot of genres.
Yeah, like the little bullet hell segments.
Yeah.
this room is another tricky room. I can't run in the room, and what the game interprets as running is anytime I move the control stick in enough of a direction. So the thing is, I need to move it at least somewhat in order to roll. Okay. And I can't use magic either.
So does it reset the room if you run, or?
Yep. Yeah, it resets the room if it thinks that I've run or thought about moving the control stick even a little bit further.
I think they would just make it so you can't run, but I guess that was harder.
No, no. If you don't follow the rules, you gotta be punished. You can't just not be allowed to follow the rules.
So if you had tried to jump in that other room, they would have reset the room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this room you can't guard.
I can't guard, which... Oh my gosh, I actually got hit.
Nice.
Why do those shots have giant angry faces on them?
That's part of the DLC. Normally they're like energy balls, but
Okay.
yeah, you get a meal heads.
Yeah, we will see that face a lot later.
The pervading theme throughout basically every piece of the story of this game is tragedy.
Yeah. There's a lot of it.
And every ending is more sad than the last ending.
Yeah.
Because
Wow.
you realize you're a dick.
sum up to everyone will die eventually.
Yeah.
What was the gimmick in that room?
The gimmick in that room was no magic. And in this next room, it's no attacking. But one of the things is these pink blocks that I have to destroy. They have the caveat of they will break after 3 hits of whatever. Not necessarily how powerful it is, but 3 hits of something will break them. So it's to my benefit to just kind of
Spam Dark Blast.
Yeah. This is the point in the game in which I would switch to Dark Blast if I didn't already have it equipped. Just because it makes taking out these blocks so much easier.
Do homing attacks target them?
Yes, sort of.
Just too much.
I can't depend on homing attacks, but they will target them.
I think they knew how useful Dark Blast would be in this room.
Probably.
Well, like the intuition is to use Dark Lance because it's a lot stronger, but it still takes 3 hits of Dark Lance.
It's a lot stronger, and it's also more obvious that you can aim it. Like the thing with Dark Lance is that it's basically sniping.
Yeah.
Dark Blast is more of like a...
Let's not fall in the sand.
Yeah.
Anytime that you go into a cutscene, like you saw it paused a little bit there, it'll delay your actions for a little bit, so I can't jump for a very brief amount of time after cutscenes. And that kind of kills me in that room where I try to jump immediately and fall into the sand instead.
Yeah, you can still move, you just can't like jump, roll, attack, stuff like that.
Alright, this room breaks all of my habits because you're not allowed to roll. And rolling is what you do if you get hit, if you want to not get hit, if you get knocked down. Basically everything that would help me to do combat faster, and I'm not allowed to do it right now.
Yes.
And hopefully one of these guys will drop a strength capsule. Not yet. There's 3 more. Don't knock me down. Okay. It takes a lot of time if I get knocked. Wow, no drops. No drops at all. Okay. GG game. And he'll always drop one of either a simple machine or an elaborate machine.
Elaborate.
I think elaborate's actually worth less than simple.
Yeah, it doesn't make, yeah.
Like a couple hundred less.
Seems legit.
Yeah.
Have time for any more donations?
I'm coming up on a boss, but yes, the boss is pretty straightforward.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
go for
read
it.
donations through the boss?
I'll start talking. when
Okay.
it's
Sounds good.
relevant.
We have $4 from Chris Van Helbeck because I love Samantha very much. Love Trek Monster.
Oh, Trek, I love you.
And $10 from Chris Carter. Hey guys, I was so captivated by this run, I nearly forgot to donate. I've only ever heard the incredible soundtrack, which is why I'm donating right now. But the game looks pretty neat too. You're doing a great job for a great cause, and I hope you break all the goals you've set.
What am I doing?
What are you doing? On the bright
Well,
side,
I still
now,
got 2.
on the bright side, now we know that you can actually hit that with Dark Hand. I was not even aware.
I was about to ask if it's possible to set up our viewers for being duct taped.
I don't know, do we want to set that up?
Alright, so I whiffed like 3 times so far.
I don't like this.
Oh no.
So what he wants to do here is hit 2 at once, obviously. He missed the first one.
Yeah, I've
Not
been
the
whiffing
second.
big time.
And you only hit them when they're a certain color or something?
Yeah, when they're pink. And this
What's the
last
difference
batch
between the
will
black
like
faces and
swap.
the white faces?
So the
white
there's
faces
not-
I cannot defeat with magic, or the black faces I cannot
Yeah.
defeat with magic.
Ah.
I have to use my sword if I want to get rid of them, or just eat them. Eat them in the face. Alright, so I'm going to hand this to you real quick, and I'm going to run to the bathroom.
Of course. I used to run this game. Sort of.
You stayed at Holiday Inn Express last night.
I should probably try not to die. That would actually be a bad thing.
Yeah.
And something that I can do.
This box is behind boxes.
Yep.
Yeah, but I can't do anything to them right now. They're blue, see? I didn't know this. Oh, does this last until Kaine shows up? Maybe it does.
Somebody in chat asked if it was allowed for somebody to hand the controller off. We had a kid playing earlier. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's called a co-op run.
So, what are his buttons? Great.
You better go figure out heal pretty quickly.
Come back!
Yeah.
Priorities. I'm gonna kill this thing my way.
Just like Kaine do it.
That's not. There we go. This layout is wrong.
Good job.
He doesn't like your button layout.
I really don't like your button layout.
Well, deal with it. Oh, you missed the hand.
I did.
What's wrong with you, Mapler?
I was hitting. I have it on left trigger. That's not the right thing. I'm sorry. No, I have it on left. I don't even know what my layout is. It's not yours. It's not yours.
Okay.
You should probably tell him you heal too.
Oh yeah, I had to heal.
Well, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna die.
And got it.
Keep thinking this way.
But they make you aim without a crosshair?
No, if I hold it, I can get a crosshair. Oh
Just that
no.
gift.
So the thing is that time basically slows down when.
Yeah.
Which.
Game time doesn't slow down.
Making sure. Yeah.
Wow, I'm whiffing big today.
Just aim it.
No. You aim it. Okay.
I can't use that attack on your layout.
Wow, I've missed like 5 times.
Was it 3 rounds that I only got one of his hands off?
It's pretty cute.
All right, last set. If I aim it just right, I can hit 2 at once. Got it.
Nice.
I just skipped like the best cutscene. And then make you talk to the prince 3 times before you can leave. Why they can't just say it all in one block, I don't know.
It's a rule.
It's a rule, yeah. Gives me a sword, tells me some other stuff, and that he doesn't know anything about what I came here for. Okay.
Remember, you still need to buy the
Good
one
use of
thing.
time. But you get Dark Wall.
I get a dark wall magic, which I will never use. Weapon shop. Time to get that Beast Bane.
We have another $10 from George's Nguyen. Thanks for the great marathons time after time. I enjoy every single one of them. And $20 from Florian Wabel. I remember thinking I was good at NES games until I watched the SDA crowd be better in every way. And $10 from Chris Tallman. First donation for the weekend. Gotta get this in before I have to go take my statistics test. Hopefully I can hear this read before I leave. And another $50 from Jacob Newstead to the Runner's Choice. So that's maximum any percent now,
Yep.
right? All right.
Let me know when that gets filled up.
We'll keep an eye on that.
Nice.
What?
Yeah. Scorpions.
The most technical reverse.
Yeah, it's poison. It'll sap my strength for as long as it feels like. I don't think it actually has a set duration.
Sure. Yeah.
It'll be gone when I get to the next screen, but it's still a little ways away.
Poison can work like fire, and the more you roll around, it'll go away. Stop dropping rolling poison away.
Yeah. Apply some Zelda physics to this.
Anyway, I'm going to go get some breakfast.
All right.
You do that.
Thanks for watching. Oh, we're about to get to the best boss.
Ow. Okay, I'll watch the best boss.
Breakfast kindling.
Priority.
Oh yeah.
The cafe will be there.
Yeah, it's not going
Boss
anywhere.
won't last long.
No.
still have at least a couple hours for my run.
We have $25 from John Miller. Hello, SDA. It's Cosmo Nautilus from the forums. Donating because I've never had the opportunity or the funds to do so in the past. Well, thanks. Donating also because we all need to know what Zero is fighting for. Thanks, guys, for another great marathon, and best of luck to all the runners.
Problem is I don't think that donation will help us figure that out.
Could we start a donation incentive to find out what we're fighting for? And we have $15 from Roop Rauko. I'm a first-timer watching a speedrunning stream. Not familiar with this kind of stuff, but very much enjoying it.
Oh,
Keep
yeah.
up the good work for the good cause.
Forget about us. This is coming up since.
And Jamie Holmes donates $20. I want to save those animals, but I'm willing to put their lives at risk to get some more competition going. And then 1417 from Christopher Campbell. Gonna be donating before I head to sleep. The soundtrack sounds too good of an offer to pass up, though. Good luck to all of the runners for the rest of the stream.
Did you steal your daughter's lunch money again?
Yep. She keeps getting more and more. I'm not around, so I don't know who's giving it to her.
Probably like some village-wide charity. They're all donating right at the time.
If I'm going about my business rolling through town, a lot of times I'll hear like, "Oh, you keep an eye on that daughter of yours." Like, okay, folks, you don't have enough problems of your own to worry about. You got to worry about mine.
Probably all the speedrunners in his village put their own marathon on and raised the money to help her, and now you just took it all.
It's all for a good cause. Don't worry.
Speedrunning here within the game.
So is this one just straight mashing, or do you have to
No,
pay attention?
I switch up. So earlier I mentioned that to mash through text fast, you need to alternate between A and some other button, between B and start, or your options. I switch up how I mash in this one because it's a little faster, and I need to do a lot of it.
Yeah.
You'll see very soon.
So I mentioned that this game likes to play with a lot of
get out of here.
genres. Plays with text adventures. So we're gonna have
Wait.
fun.
Why are you still talking? Let me. Oh gosh, I forgot something.
Were you supposed to talk to me on that
I was
second
supposed to
time?
talk to Popola. God dang it.
Oh yeah.
This paper does not help me.
I am going to have to
Go for it.
so-
Go for it. Yeah, I just lost time. It's sightseeing. We'll go with sightseeing. Dang it.
Well, you go fix that.
Yeah,
What's the best way to do this?
more board drifting. That was the why I did it. Yeah.
Well, we'll never get bored of board drifting.
Where's the duct tape?
Can't take the donation reader.
Or can we? We can kick him out of the donation. Yeah, we can.
We have plenty of people who are willing
Donates.
to read it. We have more people who are willing to read
You
it.
can have all the future donations written in sign language.
Just put a camera on the donation and they can sign it.
Oh yeah.
Looks like we have some time here.
Yeah, you do.
I promise I won't do any more puns. For a while. $10 from Justin Svetlik. Enjoying the run. Put this towards caller's choice. Assuming caller means me, I definitely still want to kill the animals. And we have $10 from Pontus Johansson. You should add a donation incentive for Blue Glass to have a yellow shirt during his Echo run. I'm pretty sure we would literally make Twitch chat explode. It's a little too dangerous, so I'm sorry, but we have to be responsible and not do that.
Even the loading screens are depressing.
Yeah, every once in a while it'll pop up with notes that your daughter wrote while you were away doing things and not playing with her.
I hope Dad's back for my birthday.
Dear diary, still sick. People send me money, but Dad keeps taking it. So I'm here.
I can't even get lunch anymore. I wanted to go to Subway.
Yeah. So again, I apologize I missed that trigger. I have to go back and see Popola so many times. I should do it on reflex, but the few times that I get to go by without,
Just
yeah.
let the anger build. It'll help you later.
Harness it.
We have another 25 from Joseph Mishael. Have to donate towards Zost getting that 100% hype going. Dear Force. And then $50 from Dennis Amig. Awesome marathon so far. Looking forward to seeing as much of it as possible. And $20 from Tobias Palm. Sorry. Hello, SGDQ. I want to put this money towards Maxim Any Percent in Harmony of Dissonance. Also, shout out to the runner. Mapler, March, or Paladin, or whatever he calls himself. And then 15 from Adam Hillman. Dang it, Michael, why do you have to make me do this? I'm declaring a donation war against waffles being chosen. And $10 from Andreas Martinson. Seeing as we were all saving lives, we also have to take lives. Kill all the animals.
Dear Force.
It's really great when you select the wrong one, and then you have to go back and go through all this again. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, it already shows you like the whole
Yes.
thing.
Yes.
And
You
then when
wake
they-
up, and then you have to sit through it all again.
And when they released the game, I think it was a re-release or on the other story, they gave Kaine her whole like backstory, and it's all text. Like,
Wow.
it's like here's her backstory in book form.
Yeah, it makes you view it if you start the ending B playthrough.
Sometimes some of them too, like they'll change when you reload it again. So you're like, oh, I thought the answer was this, and then you reload it again. It's different. You have to sit through it again.
Wow.
Trying to make sure that you are
Are
paying
reading
attention.
right.
Yeah, you actually have to read it. The spoilers the next time around. I know. Okay. We are nearing the last pieces of what's generally referred to as the first half of the game. There's a very stark difference between the first half and the second half.
Yeah.
You'll be able to pick up on that very quickly.
So it's been a while since I've reminded everyone what we're doing this for. We're doing this whole event to benefit Doctors Without Borders. And they go out of the way to provide medical attention to people who need it due to armed conflict, natural disasters, whatever. And they specifically do it for any political situation, any kind of disaster. So they are trying to get medical attention to people who wouldn't otherwise be able to get it. It's a very good cause, and any amount you donate will make a difference. So thanks to everyone who's donated so far, and keep it up.
Oh yeah, don't forget about your daughter, is what Popola just reminded me.
Dying.
We're doing the best we can. We're killing so many ghosts.
She just would come back and just be on fire.
He's like, what happened? She tried to cook her own lunch because she couldn't buy it. Now the house is burned down.
Iona has some pretty adorable quests along this way, where she wants to like make dinner for you and get a present and stuff. The difference is that what she wants to make involves wheat and venison and some other ingredients that should not ever go together. And now she reveals that she's been, oh no, I almost accepted that quest that I just talked about. She just revealed, hey, I've been pen paling with this person who I've never met or heard of. Oh, okay. And now we have to go and meet this person.
So the
Because
equivalent
that's what a responsible father would do, right?
That's why this guy on the internet, he said he was 15.
We're gonna go and
Hey
find
Dad,
another
I got an
pen.
invitation to go play video games with a bunch of other people I've never met before.
Yeah.
It's called this.
Yeah. Best part is, it actually is fake. Spoilers.
Yeah, that's not the happy ending. He only has a friend. Ha! Not here.
No. It's not allowed here.
No happiness allowed.
Only tears.
There again.
Tear. Oh, tears.
So we have $10 from Paul Yenley, donating for the Mega Man 8 cutscenes even though it's already been met. If YouTube clips of the voice acting are anything to go by, it's worth the extra money.
Yeah.
And $10 from Adam Katz. NieR is one of my favorite games, but this is my first time seeing a speedrun of it, and I'm definitely enjoying what I've seen so far.
Glad to hear it.
And then $20 from Danny Roth. Get hype with Mr. MV. And shout out to the French restream again.
Is it like half black and white in here, or is
Yes.
it?
Nope, it's pretty much all black and white except for like fire and you.
Interesting. Okay.
It's art. We get it, man.
Well,
So is it supposed to be like a magical effect, or is it decorated just really that bad?
No, it's supposed to
Well-
sort of look like a horror game, a horror survival.
it's supposed to resemble Resident Evil, and then they also kind of try to explain it away with Emil when you learn more about him.
They were very experimental with this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Well, this is like a sequel to the bad ending of Drakengard, where there's a giant dragon that explodes and its body rains all over the city, and then everyone gets the plague and dies. Yeah, you just made a horrible face at me, but that's
In the real
real
world.
world.
Yeah, the bad ending is that everything that took place in the fictional world, they come to the real world and destroy it.
Yeah.
Alright then.
So this is an experiment in and of itself.
Kavya has never given two craps about any conventions.
Yeah.
They also don't like children at all.
No.
Any other games.
There's-
They're all evil.
They're all either or killed at some point or some combination
Or
thereof.
evil and then murdered.
Or
Yeah.
eaten.
Would you recommend Drakengard to anybody who likes this game?
No.
If
I
you're
wouldn't
psych-
recommend Drakengard to
if
anybody.
you're psychotic enough, if you're crazy enough, do it.
DJ might like it.
Oh no, no.
So now, now we find out that
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
so now we find out that Emil was not the one sending letters to our daughter.
Yeah, oh, it was probably my butler. Oh, okay, that's a little creepy. Well, let's go find this butler and, make him stop.
Feels this a adorable rapscallion.
It was a 45-year-old guy from the internet.
I don't think I ever got my his in my playthroughs.
Hmm?
I don't think I ever got my his. Here's the butler.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm busy doing whatever the heck that animation was.
Damaging you in hours.
I am so affrighted by the butler. Alright, so Emil has this power where if he looks at things, they turn to stone. And I guess that's kind of what they were going for with this whole house, is that he looked at it and therefore it turned to stone.
Adorable.
Because all stone is gray, obviously.
Yeah, pretty much.
It also makes it look more depressing.
Yeah.
Because this game definitely did not have enough depressing things in it.
No, we gotta make the color scheme just as sad as all the characters. You got this like rapscallion, and he's like, I'm so happy, even though everything in my life is so.
Like, yeah, I can see, but I can't ever take off this blindfold. And I live in this mansion, and I'm not allowed to go anywhere.
We got friends.
But you know what? I'm happy. This mansion where invisible voices just happen to call out at you.
This is the red book.
This is Grimoire Rubrum. I missed.
What is the red book's place in the story? I don't.
Like a test version of Noir and Weiss.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, he wears pantaloons.
Yep.
No, Emil. No. Stop it.
Exactly. So stop trying. Go away.
Time for any more donations?
Go for it.
We have
Actually, wait until this is done. It'll be very shortly.
Sure thing.
Okay. That was a pretty decent fight. Grimoire Rubrum can move around a bunch, but it went over fine. And you're good for a little while.
Okay. We have $10 from Burned Landmesser. Rule 10,446. If Blue Glass is on the couch, keep him. And we have $4.50 from Yvette Dubel. Here's the last of my expendable income. Wish I could donate more to this great charity. Well, thanks for your generosity so far. Been looking forward to SGDQ all year since I missed AGDQ, and it's been well worth the wait. And we have $20 from Samuel Blitch. Loving those NieR escort quests. Haven't seen this game before, but this run has been fantastic so far. Best of luck, and praise the sun.
You've got a really big escort quest coming up, so stay tuned for that one.
And then we have $10 from Rini MT. From what I've heard, the Gilgamesh battles are not optional. Props to Omnigamer for running this amazing but underrated game. And then $10 from Jilali Hadmoussa. Congrats from France, MV Pants. And $20 from Albert Yoel. Thank you all for this amazing marathon. Mustache kiss for all from France.
Can't be.
Then $30 from Benoit Carminati. Congratulations for the marathon. Cheers to all of you. Kisses from the French community. What? These guys are teaming up.
Mm-hmm.
And then $20 from Corodius, Aaron Ritter. I just finished NieR a couple of weeks ago. I wasn't really impressed until the ending, and then it blew my mind.
Which ending?
He blew his brains out after.
And then cried more.
And we have $40 from Philip Lynn. I know this isn't much, but first time donating. Hope to get the hitbox since I'm a huge fighting game fan.
Do we have that on site, by the way?
Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, we can show that on stream.
So when in the story can you do the dog side quest?
Oh, yeah. I think I can still do it, but yeah, I'm not gonna. There's no point in going after it now. I'd have to go to Northern Plains again.
So the story of NieR is very sad. There's a quest that really illustrates this. You come across an old man in this village here, and he's like, my dog is missing. So you're like, okay, I'll go find your dog for you, right? You go find the dog, and the dog is dead with a leaf in its mouth. And you're like, great, now I have to go back and tell this dude I found his dog dead. You get back to where the guy was. He's not there anymore. There's a young man there who says, oh, that was my grandfather. He has died now. He had a heart attack. Oh, this leaf that you found was my grandfather's heart medicine. So now everyone's dead, and it's awful. That's NieR.
So here's your reward for completing that.
Yeah, you do get money. Good job, you did nothing and everyone died. Here's like $1 billion gold.
So here's the Hitbox arcade stick. This is one of our grand prizes.
Further down.
Further down?
Yeah. Right in our head. Yeah, there we go.
Alright, there we go. So you can get this if you donate $15 or more.
I thought it was.
I thought it was 20.
Is this 20? I thought the
no,
Nintendo
3DS is 20,
was
15 is for Hitbox.
Right.
Okay, alright.
So this is one of our grand prizes for the marathon. You donate $15 or more at any point, and you're in the running for that.
You can donate up to $45 for 3 total chances.
We do have that set up then?
Like that?
Okay, alright, yeah.
So you can actually donate additionally up to $45 to get 3 more chances to be in the running for that. So keep on donating.
Get over it. Where are you going? Oh. That's the only shade there, and it drops one of 2 words.
So we have another $5 from Akash Hajani. This goes towards doing the ultimate drop kick on the final boss for Double Dragon Neon. And $50 from Jason Moses. NieR is exactly what I want all my video games to be. Soul-crushing and with beautiful music. Thanks for running it. You guys are the best.
Okay, I need a strength capsule or 2. That's not strength capsule. If I'd gotten one earlier, I wouldn't have to do this, but the game has really been kind with luck so far. And by that I mean not kind at all. Well, we'll skip it for now then. No! Why did I get knocked down?
There you go.
That's a strength drop. I was hoping for a capsule, but that'll do for now.
Do you need a capsule?
Yes. Why aren't you jumping?
I want help.
Nah.
Well, it's hard.
No, don't charge it. What are you doing? So most of these cutscenes that I end up skipping during bosses are cool little cutscenes where I use my magic to beat the hell out of them.
If The charged Dark Hand was like it is in the cutscenes. That was fantastic.
Oh yeah, I could just toss this sucker around. We have a big example of supercharging coming up. Just use as much as I want. And one more for good luck.
You're gonna die today, shithog.
Best character.
Thank you, Kaine, for that.
She knows what's up.
Pardon my language, sorry.
Not your language, Kaine.
Then just chill out for a little while.
Yeah.
Good time to read some more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have $20 from Lawrence McLaren. Here's to donating to a great cause and to watching more great speedruns.
That was a big one. Yeah, should have caught it earlier.
And we have $15 from Halak Tokdozoglu, donating for Super Metroid Low Percent and for Doctors Who Know No Borders. Please ask the people in the room, why can't Metroid crawl?
Write it down. Because it's a glitch in the game that Nintendo didn't fix, so you should post on the Weverse and see if anyone has the answer.
See if there's some game chat.
And then we have $5 from Zachariah Porter. Just wanted to say hi to Skinner and to say that I was the guy who wanted to see you shake the orange juice in your Heavy Rain stream.
Oh.
And then we have $20 from JJ Foot. Dopefish lives. However, the animals must not. $50 from Dean Van Helvoort. Hey guys, this is the first marathon I've been able to watch live and be able to donate, so I'm glad to help. Enjoying the NieR run so far. $50 to kill the animals. Also, more board drifting would be great.
Oh, there'll be plenty.
And we have $10 from Kyle Halverson. Greetings, Omnigamer.
Hey, Mr. K.
This game needs more Kevin.
Yes, it does.
I just wanted to wish you luck for the rest of NieR, and I'm hyped for Hagane.
Thanks.
Then we have 25 from Fabiano Sidler. Since I can't donate chocolate and watches, here's some money. Cheers from Switzerland. You guys are awesome. And then we have $20 from Michel Gaumont. Great to see a speedrun of NieR. SGDQ has been great so far. Omnigamer, any chance to see a Suikoden 2 speedrun at a marathon at some point in the future?
That's all up to the organizer. Oh no, he went into spin. I loves basements. It's good to know.
That Dark Hand really makes sure work in that boss. Instead of running around.
It makes it a little easier. Like the very back target is really hard to hit.
Yeah.
You can keep going. It should be nothing exciting for another minute or two.
Other than
Okay.
Kaine.
We have another $10 from James Hartley. Tiberius here. First donation of hopefully very many. You guys are amazing. Shoutouts to all. Also, compulsory Gilgamesh battles. And then we have $5 from Carmina Dimagiba. I'm glad that there's a NieR speedrun happening since NieR is such a beautiful yet underrated game. Keep up the great work. And then $20 from Diego Ruiz. Says, having a great time watching all these games. Keep being awesome. And then $10
I
from
lost it.
Alex Dunyak. Hey Nick, I'm a distraction. Sincerely, Alex.
Thanks, Alex.
So, ideally I'd have my combo meter all the way up, but I had a bit too long of a drought, so it went back down. So they temporarily took all of my magic, and I have to regain it by just beating the hell out of this book. Yeah. Usually this would be a strength capsule, which lasts twice as long, but I did not get lucky enough to pick one up earlier, so this one will last shorter than... shorter than all of his cycles. Just wore off. Oh yeah. This is Grimoire Noir, the counterpart to Vice that's, well, supposedly on the evil side of things.
There's no good side.
Ideally, I would have finished him on that first cycle, but I don't have a strength capsule, so it's not going to happen. And Q second half. Goodbye, Kaine.
So yeah, the thing didn't die, kinda sealed it in the basement, kinda got turned to stone, and now we wait.
Yep. Our best solution was, this thing's not dead. We'll shove it in the basement. Crap, we need to close the basement. Kaine, get on it. And then she gets frozen in it.
Then
Why-
Neil gave her the snake eye.
So if Neil petrified his whole house, why can't he petrify the door?
Because that's not sad enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's the strength capsule that I needed.
So now we're in the second half of the game. Big thing that changes is that we have extra weapons now.
Yeah, you have. Before we only had access to one-handed swords, and now we have two-handed swords, which are enormous, and spears, which is the main thing that you will see throughout the rest of the game. One of the things that they did not get very well in this game is the weapon balance, and like ideally there would be some trade-off of, oh yeah, this weapon is really strong, but it doesn't have great magic amplification, or is really slow to swing. No, the best strength weapons are also the best magic weapons, and probably about the fastest to swing. So there's no reason to use other than the best weapons if you can get your hands on them.
Yeah.
So Popola still hangs out in the building that has a giant shade roaming around in the basement.
Yeah, pretty sure she hadn't moved since then.
She was there for the whole boss fight too.
Yeah, this is 5 years later. She's good. And what's coming up, I'm gonna do a slight deviation from the actual full run route, and this is marathon safety. I was screwed out of getting the Beastbane at the right time earlier, so there's another thing to purchase coming up, and this ensures that I will not get screwed out of it by poor drop luck.
Yeah, so you can see the movement technique now is a little different. The spear charge or the special attack with the spear on the ground is extremely fast. So he's just alternating forward rolls in the spear. You can't really throw side rolls into the mix. It doesn't really work.
No,
so
you're
just
gonna end up
forward
wasting
rolls.
time. The reason I don't just straight spear all the time is there's a cooldown period.
That's not gonna go
Nope,
well.
it's not.
Is this licensed by Madden with all those menus?
Oh yeah. Please go, please go. Oh, I made it. Okay. Ideally, I would have gotten on the first try, but it's very difficult to manipulate those shades not to kill you. I'm supposed to be heading towards the manor. Instead, I think it's a great idea to just go to the seaside and check out how things are happening.
Oh yeah, so the other thing that happened was that Yona got kidnapped.
Oh yeah, Yona's not around anymore. Means I have to make less trips home to feed her.
Yeah.
Or steal her money.
I mean, the shade that kidnapped her looks oddly similar to us, or to NieR.
Zerastor.
Yes, that. So, I mean, at least it's sort of a father figure. I mean, can't do worse parenting than we are, so.
He just saw that I got the Father of the Year award last time, so he was jealous. Tried to cover it. Where am I going? Get the boar.
Yeah, they can take twice as much lunch money from my kids.
Yeah.
That was nice.
So yeah, it's faster to crash the boar into a wall than to stop and dismount.
We're back in the manor. Damn.
What is it, 5 years?
It's been 5 years. Emil is still about as old as he was when we left him. But hey, I can spear dash in here now.
This room truly contains the power to control all magic. I can use it to cure my
Yeah, this
I
plan's
didn't
gonna work
think
and we're all gonna be happy. No.
Nope.
So begins the most difficult and annoying escort quest in the game. So whereas before, Fira would follow like a set path through the desert, Emil does whatever the hell he pleases. And I still have to make sure I don't get too far away from him or else I start the whole floor over. Come on, Emil. Lad's falling behind. Yeah, I know. Come on, teleport. Thank you.
There we
He rarely will actually teleport to me. That's like a gimme. And he says that, oh, I will help you by killing all of these shades and petrifying them. No, it just means that he sits there trying to fight them while you want to just keep going forward. So I have to kill all of these shades or else he will systematically go through them and try to petrify each one. Catch up, please.
What weapon is that right there?
Transients, it's the base. What do you, get over here.
No, the one that was in that crate you just destroyed.
Oh, that wasn't a weapon, that was the map.
That
The
was
weapon,
map?
the weapon is
Oh,
in
right,
this room.
this area's map. Yeah.
No! Emil! Please!
Oh, no.
So close.
No!
So close. But you have the key cards now.
I have the key cards. I still have to get Emil to... Emil?
Cards, top down view. Didn't we already run this game?
Yeah.
That's Hotline Miami.
Oh, it's just FYI, I just don't want to see your services. He just checked in the hotel.
Was there some question as to
Come on,
whether I could
come
be
on.
here?
There was some question.
NieR is pretty much a mini SGDQ in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Were you... You inspecting your work?
Emil confirmed for biggest troll.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Alright. As long as I clear out the way before he gets there, it's okay. I can't get too far ahead or he gets jealous. Yeah, there's a weapon in here that I would typically pick up if I was eventually going for ending D, but I think it's Fang of the Twins.
Okay.
Just cleaning up. See, he doesn't even freeze them, he just stares at me killing them for a while. Come on, come on. I see you, there it is. As soon as I get to this door, I'm home free. And this is the hardest floor. It's also the longest floor. If I can position myself right... No, you get over here, Emil. I know you're capable. If I can position myself, I can just spawn camp all of these guys as they come up. I'm not doing very well at it. I think that was the last of them.
So what we'd normally be finding out as we're going through this place is that Emil is not actually 15 years old. He's very, very old. He's also part of a secret experiment to create a living weapon.
Normal kids have mansions that have secret underground laboratories.
Yeah.
I think I saw that on Dexter's lab.
Well, even just being a child is too happy for this game. It's like, no, childhood is not. No.
Where are you? What are you doing? Get over here. Yeah, by far one of the most frustrating parts of the run. Like, if there was a way to manipulate him so he could teleport to you on command, that would be so much better and it would save like 3 or 4 minutes.
Have you tried just telling him to like keep his guard up or something?
I don't have control over him at this point.
Really? He's not considered part of
No,
the
he's
party?
not considered an ally yet. Because he's not. Look at it. Jerk.
He's an enemy, you can't kill him.
Yeah. And these magic ones, he actually cannot see them. He doesn't target them. But they still just kind of get in his way, so I still have to kill them. Oh, there's a magic. Over here. Alright. So I just try to go as far ahead as I can and trigger all these guys so I can get rid of them so he doesn't have to worry about them. Where are you?
It's playing in the blood.
Emil? Like seriously, where did he go? What? Get over here.
We had some slight lag on stream. I'd like to blame our slightly crappy internet here at the hotel, but honestly, it's probably a meal.
Blame is you.
It's all.
That's just too sad.
How's the hunting going?
Not the best, but it's not like bad.
Nothing horrible.
Yeah, no, he hasn't.
I haven't died, so it can't be all that bad. I have been paying attention to the words I'm getting. This is the part of the game where I would actually make use of words.
If he gets good ones.
Yeah, there's a lot of good words in the laboratory, if I get lucky. Because the drops from words or whether words drop or not is still random. Alright, almost.
Do we have time for any more donations?
Yeah.
Alright, we have $10 from James Hartley. Tiberius here. First donation of hopefully very many.
I think that one's been read.
Oh. I think you're right. We have $35 from Lee Singh. Hitbox. Trying to optimize my chances. Gotta finish off the Iris cutscene because its epicness knows no bounds.
You're just staring at them. Stop it.
Give me your hand. We'll get through to you.
Just like over. Very boy.
And we have another $10 from Luisa Langer. Hey there, please put the amount towards the NieR run.
I mean, you can barely pick up a bomb. How can you possibly pick up a child?
That's true.
Certainly got no experience with it from his daughter.
Clean up a little bit.
We have another $10 from Mark Robinson. Charlotte, I know you're watching this in the other room. Would you be a dear and make your big brother a brew? Cheers. And $20 from Adrien Lefrancois. Hey guys, great runs. Good luck from French Restream, organized by Mr. MV. MV Pants, go go.
Oh, I have no health. I should fix that.
Yeah, probably.
And another 10 from Clinton Lexa. Half coordinated here. Shoutouts to Omni for being the best board drifter in the world. And another $10 from Daniel Atro, otherwise known as Dan of the Tubes. Shout out to Streamboy Advance and Tiger, my orange friend. P.S. Raiden can't catch sharks. Pass it on. And $20 from Jesse Paniser. Best game of this gen IMO. If you're looking for a great story with great atmosphere, look no further. And to the runner, have you read Grimoire and NieR?
What that donation comment is talking about is that there's it's not really a fan piece, but it's an additional kind of publication to talk about NieR's story that was released in Japan. Get over here, please. And it talks about a lot of the things that are kind of alluded to in the game, but not made explicitly clear. Like Kaine's origins and a couple of other pieces where, but think of it as a supplement to the story.
Speaking of sharks, I'm assuming we had a lot of that during last night during P2's runs.
I'd like to remind everyone that if you donate in roughly the next hour and a half, then you'll be in the runnings for the NieR soundtrack. You have to donate a minimum of $10, and if you do, you'll be in the drawing for that. So I'll make sure to get your donations in by then. And also, if you are watching the stream and you like it, I'd like to remind you to definitely share it with anyone and everyone you can. Hashtag SGDQ 2013.
That large shade that I just killed can drop potentially 2 words, and only one of them is actually useful. It would cut the cost of my magic by a percentage. Get over here.
Seems like it dropped none.
It dropped a Chimera, which is, I think, robustness against getting knocked back, which I will never use. So let's see what words I actually do have. I don't have a geb. Really? That sucks.
Really?
I don't have a love either. Okay, well, we're going in line. Good thing I practiced this part.
Ready for more depression.
Yeah, I think this is the apex of sad in the game, in my opinion. Well, besides the end. But
You find out that Emil's not the actual weapon for killing shades. They made one before him, his sister essentially.
yeah.
And all he is the kill switch. He was just made in case she goes berserk, so to stop her. That's why he has so much.
Alright. This is a new quick kill. Got it. And normally if the shade, or if Halua, which is the boss's name, has any amount of... Come on. Get in there.
Oh, shoot.
Oh my gosh, really? When it's thrashing around like that, it'll tend to like stop magic from going through it. And all I needed was one more hit, and apparently I could not get it. And this is what normally happens, is they'll go into a tantrum, and not much I can do here. Dang it, that costs like 30 seconds. The little energy balls? That is part of the DLC. Normally they're like generic energy ball things. But now they get to be Emil faces.
Yeah, it's still Emil's fault.
It still is Emil's fault, but he's a little more adorable? I don't know.
now
he's whatever you want him to be.
Emil combined with his sister, so now he's Jack Skellington in hover form.
Yeah.
with a really cool cape on.
I know.
With this DLC.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I like this DLC is the costumes it gives to Emil and Kane are actually like tasteful.
So just a quick update on the Super Metroid choice between Save the Animals and Kill the Animals. Save the Animals is still at 1482, but Kill the Animals is now at 1225.
Nice.
So hopefully we can get Kill the Animals up there, and then we can blame Emil for that too.
Finally, we're doing so much that that one is still several days away.
Yeah, so Kane's normal costume is basically lingerie, yeah. And Emil just has like a kind of crappy hobo cape on.
Yeah,
but
she's wearing lingerie, but there's actually, once you know her backstory, there's a reason why she's dressed the way she is. It's not just like, well, it's probably gratuitous, but there's also a reason that was written into the story.
Nice,
Whoa.
nice.
it's just controlling.
Okay.
I don't need that for this part anyways.
That's Emil's soul.
Dang it, Emil.
Let the water go.
Emil took it. What?
Classic Emil.
Whatever. Donation said to kill animals to kill Emil?
I don't know, is that possible?
No water, gotta tie your shoes instead.
Did a pretty good job of doing that by itself.
Yeah. Can't speedrun without your shoes tied.
Well, I guess I'll take this time to read a few more donations here. We have $25 from Peter Dahlbeck. First time watching and first time donating. $25 left in my PayPal account, so I thought I'd pitch in. I'll definitely keep an eye out for the next time you do a marathon. Keep up the good work. And then we have $10 from James Fuller. First time watching the live stream. I've been watching your speedruns on YouTube and instantly became hooked. You guys are awesome for doing speedruns for a good cause. I cannot donate much, but I know every bit helps. Yes, it certainly does. And thanks for that.
Still stealing her lunch money when she's
She's not even here.
Probably told the village, he was like, oh yeah, you're just doing there. She's sick, so don't just leave the money and leave.
You don't want to catch
Her kick.
Faster movement than I was last year.
Yep. That's a piece of the quest that I took up get some extra cash later. So these pieces of cargo that I don't know how the heck they got there, but they scattered around, ended up drifting, and I'm supposed to retrieve them, but I'm not supposed to look inside. Not allowed. So I look inside, and eventually I'll be able to decide that, hey, this woman is like smuggling weapons and crap, so let's report her, and we get a huge sum of money for it. So
you're a narc.
yeah, or I could not tell the authorities about the thing, and she'll give me a smaller amount of large money and discount at the store.
The first thing I noticed when I played this game was the monumental task is to open any of the doors in the library.
Oh yeah.
It seems like you put so much effort into opening all the doors in the library.
Pushing all the boxes too.
That's so hard. Boxes, rolling, walking, just everything.
Your soul is like
Okay.
so.
This is going to be the first demonstration of a trick you'll see at least several other times during the run. We'll hope I get it on first try.
So basically what's going to happen is he's going to change weapon types during that jump. And he can get a... So basically in the air, your spear special attack gives you a really large boost of speed, but it forces you downwards as well. So he's going to cancel it out by switching to a different weapon type. If he switches to another spear, it won't work. But if he switches to I think you can go with a one-handed weapon.
There we go.
Then he keeps the speed and he can jump to start going upwards instead of straight down. And that lets him make that jump, as well as a few others later on.
Yeah, that was actually that's the harder use of the trick in the run, and it's faster if I can get it within the first 3 tries. I think that was like the 4th, so I lost out on a little bit of time. But
yeah, normally you'd have to. Yeah. Normally where
the Lost Shrine one is a lot easier.
It's really cool.
Yeah. Normally you have to run around into the village and then go up to where you fought the giant shade. Basically, it's just a bridge over to the boat.
So this is the Lost Shrine from the very, very beginning of the game, and before the entire entrance collapsed, so that's not usable. But hey, there's this convenient scaffolding on the side. Yeah. So Emil actually can float and do all sorts of other stuff, and actually keep up with me now. So he's not quite a burden.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop me from telling him to do nothing in this next room, but.
Yeah. So every weapon type, you can do a different thing by canceling out its aerial special attack. There's the word. And it's actually a slightly different effect if you change weapon types with the menu instead.
Yeah, if you go into the start menu, you can do a different trick that has no use in the run. Like you can get some places earlier, but we don't have any use for it. Unfortunately, the programmers have been really good about going in and putting in invisible walls in every place that would actually be useful.
Yeah.
And for the most part, you don't actually need to head vertically, with the exception of the Lost Shrine. So you'll see up next is the triple jump glitch. If they will follow me, please. Thank you.
Did you? Wow.
This guy will help me out. There
you go.
And there we go. And there, I've skipped 2 floors of block puzzles.
Yeah. So to sum up what happened, he jumped, got hit up higher into the air, double jumped out of the hip, switched, used his one-handed special attack, canceled it out to get another jump, and then dived up to those stairs.
Yeah.
Then used the spear jump to clear the gap.
Yeah, they keep trying. And I still have 2 block puzzles, but these are the only 2 left in the game. And like I said, there's 2 entire floors of this below. Like all the rooms that I went through before, they all have block puzzles now. Stop pushing it.
I'm having trouble controlling those blocks today.
I know. There's one room where I actually have to fight enemies, and then I'm at the top. Yeah, I know, it's kind of bothering me. Okay. So this is the lag room. We're gonna start the hand train though. Choo choo. With any luck, it'll clear out most of them.
Oh god.
Oh, I didn't tell them to not attack.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Mentioned that earlier. I mean, it doesn't.
It doesn't matter
too much
now.
here,
I'll
yeah.
do it the next time I have to come through here.
They're not really making it worse.
I don't think I actually have the chance to get any more good words.
The door just closed on Emil's face.
Yeah.
It was really great. Sorry.
So a new thing, that is Emil's face down in the corner at the now loading. So it's an adorable Jack Skellington face. But it also doesn't have to be facing any particular direction. He can spin it completely 360 to just kind of stare at you the whole way. So it's fun to keep track of. And I used to do a different trick here that involved another spear jump, but I sucked at it. And I can do it with, oh wow, or maybe I
I mean,
can't.
you've always been bad at this trick. Spear jump or not.
What?
More first?
Come on.
He pushed it as much as he can for this.
Yeah.
What you're supposed
It's
to
really
do,
easy to get up there, I'm just bad.
Yeah. You're supposed to jump over a wall to the right, move another block, and then jump up. But the way rolling works just kind of lets you get up onto that route.
Yeah, if you can maintain a roll as you hit some uneven surface, particularly a slanted surface, you'll be able to... Oh, they're already gone. No, they're not. Where are you? There it is.
Not getting hit by Emil. That's where it is.
It doesn't matter right now. Alright, and this boss is a bunch of quick kills, if I'm any good. Dang it. No, please break out. I didn't get it, so he went into invincibility mode. Yeah. Oh, I can't remember. Is this Hansel or Gretel?
This is Gretel because you kill Hansel.
Okay, yeah. So, something I haven't mentioned so far. All of the bosses have names that they... Oh, dang it. That they never explicitly mention in the game. With the exception of the second half bosses in later endings.
They're all fairy tale related.
What are you doing? Okay. Yeah, they're all fairy tale related. This is Hansel and Gretel. Alright. And earlier, that giant shade that we fought right after Kaine was Hook. As in, like Peter Pan Hook.
The big necklace Geppetto.
Yeah, that was Geppetto. The giant shade that attacked the village was... Okay, quick kill coming up. And... Got it. Okay.
Nice.
Normally, she jumps all the way around the room and it's a pain in the butt. Because Emil has to be on top of her for the target point to appear.
So what the heck village's name?
That's Jack.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. It's just Jack in all of the guides that I've read, but it could be either Jack of Hearts or the Jack and the Beanstalk Jack,
I'll go with these.
or Jack and Jill Jack. There's a lot of Jacks in fairy tales.
Yeah.
It's one of
I go
those.
with Beanstalk.
I have to fight him 3 times, so we'll go with he changes names for all of them.
Yep.
The giant block boss was Shariar, which has its place in some, I think some of the Arabic tales.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah. Where the heck am I going now? Scrap heap. That's right. See, the game tells me.
I have a friend named Shariar. He's not made of blocks.
Okay, okay.
I was worried about that.
He's made of teeny tiny.
Omnigamer, you still want X90% for choices?
Has it been met?
No.
Okay, then we'll keep going at it until it's been met, and then put it back towards killing the animals.
We're at 111 out of 300 for that goal.
Okay.
100.
That's still a whiles
Nice.
off,
Yep.
but I don't think we have any other unmet challenges until then, except for...
There's a big war between X5 and X6. That's the only other thing.
Right, the choices. For the challenges, though, there's still the Black Zero in X4, and also the Wolvark Dam Skip in Oddworld. By the way, we just passed 30,000.
What's our viewer count?
Our viewer count? 21,981 is what it's showing me.
That's probably more people than ever bought NieR in the first place.
Everyone go buy NieR now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then maybe we'll make an actual sequel. Except there's
Buy this
nothing
game
to
and
do
get
'cause
depressed.
Because everyone's dead.
Alright, so you remember those brothers where the one was actually responsible? Yeah, the responsible one's dead. Because the irresponsible one, the younger kid, got him killed because he wanted to look at something shiny.
So he's gonna limit the enemies for short speed.
Yep.
Yeah. So he went crazy in the meantime and has some tasks for you. He also has a metal hand. So Luke there is pretty powerful.
It does upgrade your sword though.
He tries to.
Tries to, yes.
With his metal hand.
He can't do it in one day like his big brother did though. Otherwise this route's a lot different. So now we have a new task. Go into the junk heap and find a memory alloy. But don't worry, we have some new places we can go. Not just because he kind of blocked the only other way we could have gone. But this is, again, another place that I need to get as much as possible in terms of drops. There will be one part coming up where I specifically will go around breaking a bunch of boxes looking for rare drops. I'll explain how rare box drops work at that point.
He could theoretically get enough money here to not have to complete the quest that he started. That's not very likely, but...
Yeah. That box that I just killed has the potential to have fluorite, which is worth 6,000 gold. What? Oh, die.
Time for donations?
Yeah.
We have $25 from David Gonzalez. I just love what you guys are doing. This keeps me entertained between my Dota 2 losing streaks. And $10 from Fairman Martinez.
Oh, that's why I turned them off. Go for it, sorry.
Do not care much about any specific speedrun, but the stream is entertaining enough and the cause is as good as it gets. $20 from Andrew Tremaine, just a shout out to
It
Blue
works
Glass. And another $10 from Louisa Langer. I wanted to donate $20, but Emil trolled me, so here are another 10. $20 from Max Tyson. I don't know how this works still, since this is my second time donating. And I don't know if you can see this or not, but, well, you can. I have no idea what game this is, but I don't really care since I like watching speedruns. Keep up the good work, everyone, and expect many more donations from me.
Wow, I'm getting nothing.
This is...
Like, it's not a matter of not getting rare drops, I'm just not getting anything from these boxes. Which better mean that all of the rare drop boxes. Damascus Steel, so that's 6,000.
Yeah.
I need to be at least 12k up before I amber, so I'm at 9k. The way boxes work is their contents are predetermined. So every box will... I've got plenty now.
There you go.
The contents of boxes are predetermined such that they'll always have the same thing in it. It's just a question of whether or not they have it in at a particular moment. So, like, the same box will always drop Damascus Steel or a dented metal board. It's just a difference of there's a lot less likelihood that anything will drop from the rare drop boxes.
So the box drops were essentially programmed by Schrodinger.
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah, I actually have a ton of money, so I don't need to do the seaside quest anymore. Yeah, so this is another reason why I do not actually have Pine and Emil typically attack things, because it gets them out of the way of me killing them. Wow, stop moving. Yeah, a lot of people really love this one.
Yeah.
You
know what, I'm just going to turn this off now.
If you donate $10, you get entered.
In the soundtrack.
Yep, so we actually have that soundtrack up for this game, and you've got to donate by the time it ends, which, I don't know, we're under an hour now, right?
Oh, it's about an hour remaining, yeah.
Alright, that's how long you have. We have another $10 from Matthew Morrison. Shout out to all the runners, you guys are doing fantastic work. I've been looking forward to this since it was announced. And $10 from Devin Rudolph. Wandering Mind here. Been watching since SGDQ last year. Glad to see this game get some love. And $15 from Jonathan Anderson. Kirtur here. Love what you're doing, and I'm so hyped to see Comic Zone being run. Love that game, but never beat it.
I do not remember that.
It is.
Awesome.
That's on Sunday, I believe.
Yeah.
Mecha Rick will put on a good show for that.
AI loop boss? Or not?
That was not really a boss. It's just a powerful normal enemy.
Still, you used my AI loop.
Yeah, like I can stun him infinitely by just going through him. And that's because on easy, my magic regen rate allows me to charge up another fist while I'm waiting before the stun lock ends. And that's what'll happen with a lot of those kind of enemies. It doesn't work on a lot of bosses though. And Rock will run circles around me.
Would a bomb exploding close to you still kill you?
No, I have much more health now.
Okay.
So you probably haven't seen me gaining levels, and that's because I only really gain levels after bosses. And that's fine, because I usually go up like 2 levels at a time, but I'll finish this game always at the same level because of that.
I love how they teleport.
They got better things to do than follow along.
Yeah.
They do this now, but Emil couldn't do it earlier? I don't understand.
Got a few more to get through here.
Yep.
We have $30 from Tyson Middleswart. Thank you all for donating your time every year for such a great cause. Enjoying everything so far, and I can't wait for TMNT. And $10 from Stian Martin Hansen. Hi, been looking forward to this since AGDQ 13. Greetings from Norway. And we have $60 from Emma Rice, also known as Agora. Hello there, fellow speedrunners. I have no doubt in my mind that you guys will destroy your 50k goal, and your next one, and your next one after that. Hopefully one of these marathons I will be able to come and run a game that isn't X2. Oh, and $100 from Patrick Winter. Great run of NieR. Enjoyed it big time myself. You guys rock for an admirable cause, so take some dough and put it to good use. Bid is runner's choice.
Maxim.
Yeah.
That will put a good dent in Maxim, yeah.
Yeah. We don't actually have a Zelda-themed item up on our donations or prices. Do we have?
I know we have some Zelda prize.
For the prize, there's
like
no way
as a
we
grand
don't.
prize. Like
No.
so, Agora has historically won a lot of
She
Zelda
won the Master
big prizes.
Sword, and then she won that Triforce.
Well, we only have 2 grand prizes, and neither of them are game related specifically.
Yeah.
But for Zelda prizes, we definitely have a lot coming up. We have Zelda 1 Pearlers, Zelda poster, a Baby Link outfit, a Zelda cross stitch, a SNES with box Super Mario Kart. Well, okay, that's during Zelda, but not. Oh, and a Twilight Princess Link drawing. All of those you don't donate for now, though. You'll have to wait until the Zelda games to be able to donate for those.
Is the Baby Link outfit the one from the other marathon that just didn't get picked up?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. Yep.
That happens sometimes. People just never respond to claim their prizes.
Which lets us give them out again.
We email them on their PayPal email, right?
I believe so, yes.
Right. So make sure your PayPal email is one that you pay attention to if you want to receive the prizes, be in the running for that. Because if you don't respond on those emails, we'll just draw it again.
How to get the letter. This is another big thing that I tend to forget, is after I go talk to Popol, I need to get the letter before I am able to trigger the next set of events. And it's very easy to just go over here and start continuing to the next area instead. First try. Yeah, I averaged to 2. There we go. I'm having a benefit now.
Just how many times do you talk to her throughout the run anyway?
At least a couple dozen.
Yeah.
I should note that the route in the second part of the game is almost all up to you. There are some events that need to happen before others, but in general, like, you can choose the direction you want to go and collect the pieces in. The way that I picked out, I believe, is the fastest, but a large part of that is because some events, such as going to the area later, are triggered immediately after some of the other events, and you can't pick at that point. Hasse. Oh, Vice. Is it Liam O'Brien who does the voice for Vice? Something like that? Yeah, so the voice acting throughout the whole game is really good. And I should have plenty. Oh yeah, I have plenty. I need 32,400 to get Phoenix Spear. And Phoenix Spear is the only other weapon I will ever need in this game.
Yeah, Phoenix Spear is ridiculously
So
powered.
to give you insight into like the stats, currently my best magic weapon has a 40% bonus. Phoenix Spear has 50%. Phoenix Spear also has an attack power of 490, which is 4 times the highest spear that I have right now. So
the only spear you have.
Yeah. So I'm pretty well set. And the attack damage of spears is, or of weapons in general, is capped at 999. If I upgraded the spear all the way to level 4, it would have an attack power of like 800 something. So there's really no point. That's higher than the attack power of almost all two-handed swords, which are supposed to have the highest.
Hey, there's gonna be a wedding. Something good's gonna happen.
Yeah. I love this. You're just like, oh.
They know what's coming, so even if you don't know what's coming, you can probably guess that it's not going to be good by this point.
This might have been the saddest part of the game for me. At least the first time through when I...
Yeah, so King of Facade and Teleportation Girl Fira are now getting married because the world works in funny ways like that. And I've arrived just in time for their wedding.
And someone's going to die.
No.
No. What?
No.
See, look, they're dancing. Come
Everybody's
on.
dancing, there's flowers.
There's confetti.
Aren't you kind of jealous, Connie?
Also, Vice, it's Liam O'Brien.
It is? Okay.
Oh no, where'd the wolves come from?
The wolf also has a fairy tale named Rock.
Yeah.
The big bird.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh gosh, please stay still. I don't... This wolf is extremely nimble, so it's really hard to keep him locked into anything. It doesn't have any stun setups.
If you get between that wolf and the wall, you're between a rock and a hard place.
Basically, yeah.
Wow.
Let's not tips.
I'm trying to help here.
I make up for the absence of J-Man?
Yeah, so we clearly didn't kill Rock.
Do that.
We gotta go and finish our job. It still really sucks though. I don't have any magic boosting. I better get Gebuloth later.
So for the record, we skipped the cutscene, but Fira died.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wolf was all like, I'm gonna jump up here and screw up this party. And that he did.
Yep. Rock tried to kill the king. Fira jumped in front. Fira died.
So always make sure to invite the wolf to your wedding.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep, unlike Heine, the wolf was indeed jealous of the wedding.
I get 2 hits. No, just 1. And he stays very, very hidden for a while, and I have to deal with these wolves. Luckily, well, wolves are really annoying to try and track down, just because they are always moving in circles. And again, I don't have great control over where Dark Hand goes, so I just kind of have to hope. But, okay, this is good. If the king gets stuck in a corner, that is fantastic for me. So I want him to get corner trapped as hard as possible, because the wolves also get corner trapped with him. Yeah, this is a good chance for them.
Great. Yeah, we do have several. We have $20 from Francesca Frezza, and he says NieR is a lovely game. That's it. Straight to the point. And we have
Let's see if that opinion changes by the end. Please, die.
And we have $20 from Andrew Preen. Hey there, this is my 8th or 9th donation. Oh wow, thanks for your generosity. And I'm enjoying. I want to see the Zelda file name to be Waffles. So here's $20 to help with that.
Yeah, that was what waffles.
Yeah, I found out that later. That's what people were saying Waffles about earlier. And we have $10 from Alex Needham. I took off Friday and Monday from work just to get to enjoy the stream. But I'm disappointed my favorite bid war from AGDQ isn't up and running. So let's fix that. $10 towards Katamari Damacy as the best Final Fantasy.
Yes!
I don't know. I think I'll have to ask Mike. I'm not sure he wanted that this time around, but
We're not doing the Final Fantasies anymore.
we're not doing. Okay, UA says it, confirms it. We're not doing the best Final Fantasy. Sorry. Die hard.
Congratulations, Katamari Damacy, for winning Best Final Fantasy.
The only vote's still a vote.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So I guess Katamari Damacy wins that very short-lived donation incentive. We also have $20 from Andrew Melnick. What's up, everybody?
That's rain.
That's
Yeah.
He says it. Tis the reign of the Symphony of the Night here. Just saying hi, Omni, Sam, March, and the rest of you. Just saying that I dropped off Sir Dragon Dark this morning and have been watching NieR. Omni would probably hate me to say I still haven't finished NieR. But good luck, everybody, and I'll be watching from home for the duration. Really sorry I couldn't make it out there, but for those who know about it, I should really curb my kiteness.
Yeah.
Also, the $20 went to Castlevania Portrait of Ruin because it's all about the Showtime! Jonathan! Charlotte!
That's actually kind of way too good.
Yeah.
We also have $5 from Akin Goktep. Big shout out to Ubergoose and the whole Dark Souls community. Loving NieR right now and enjoying the commentary about why Omni does what he does and what narrative details we're missing out on.
Wait, where am I going?
Can't wait for Dark Souls, and a big shout out to our Dark Souls and our Dota 2.
Kind of miss like all the huge
Did you
stat
do it?
parts game.
It's almost.
And we got one more. We got $10 from Romain Betry. Hi everyone, Romy here again. I'm currently casting a NieR run on the French restream, but I couldn't resist donating for a chance to get this awesome soundtrack. Shoutouts once again to all of you and to the French community that has been really supportive. Definitely agree for that, and thanks for running that restream.
Thanks to all the French guys, especially you guys put in a huge chunk of donations for name, which is why the main character's name is Zerator, which will show up a lot and has a pivotal role in the very ending. Means I have to remember what name it is too.
MV Pants, by the way.
MV Pants. The umpteenth time going through this place. But don't worry, we do have new rooms to go through.
This time we do not need money.
They just look
Yeah,
exactly
and I
like
don't need to
all
care
of them,
about what
right?
things drop. Yeah. Actually, there's a different one of those minecart rail shooter. Sure, we'll go with that. And a couple other forced battle rooms, but then we get to the boss pretty quick.
We've gotten a few more donations in. We have $10 from David Chow. Emil, please. This is the first time I've seen NieR played, and I've really enjoyed it. Really nice job on the ROM, Omni.
Thank you.
And we have another $5 from Edward Sanchez. Here's another $5 donation for the reader to put to whatever he likes. I'm gonna check to see if we haven't caught up with Save the Animals yet. I'm gonna keep going for that. So I'll look into that. We have $20 from Eric Calasuono. Hi, first time viewer to this website, and I'm pleasantly surprised to see a NieR speedrun. This game is very underrated, and I was drawn into it immediately. Best intro scene for any game ever.
Dumbass.
Oh, and we have $20 from XFullMetal17, who is actually processing the donations right now. Awesome to actually be able to attend one of these. Please put this to naming Tella Creighton. Shoutouts to anyone who knows what game that's from.
God, I know the name.
And then from Emily Horn, we have $20. Thank you for doing this every year.
Golden Sun. Good.
Golden Sun. There it is. So, shoutouts to Blue Glass. We have $25 from Francoise Martin. First time donator, long time viewer and fan. Here's $25 towards fighting Gilgamesh.
Just barely don't have enough damage to one-shot them. Normally I'd one-shot all these like flying enemies, but since I have absolutely no magic power upwards, I am kind of stuck on that. Like even 2% would do it.
Yeah.
And none of the robots in the junk heap actually count as shades, so none of them have any words. Another giant beep beep.
I love you.
Love you, baby.
That one only took 3 hits. I guess because of the Phoenix
Yeah,
Spear.
Phoenix Spear made all the difference there.
Really powerful. Yeah, you can actually do a pretty large chunk of damage with a charged attack there, but it's you don't have him stunned, and he can hit you out of it really easily.
Yeah.
It's also you have to get kind of lucky to get enough hits off with it. Charge attacks are generally only supposed to hit once, but
You'll see me use charged attacks only at one point in the run,
Yeah.
but they're not without use.
Magic attacks or weapon?
Weapon attacks.
Okay, yeah.
They're supposed to only hit once, and it's a decent strength hit, but you're better off just attacking multiple times. Certain enemies, for some reason, you can just like get the attack caught on them or something, and it hits them like 4 or 5 times. So it's, I don't know, in those situations it's pretty good, but there aren't too many of them in the game.
The only time I could ever remember you talking about charged attacks before was when you were saying the charged version was useless.
Right, yeah, for Dark Hand.
Or no, was it Hand?
Dark Hand.
Dark Blast has a couple uses on weak shades, just because it fires off a bunch of shots that can one-shot them, assuming they hit, which is another issue.
So, since I have Emil not doing any sort of attacking, he's on full-time healing duty. I shouldn't have to worry about healing up at any point in the future.
So Emil's not trolling right now?
No, he actually isn't.
Well, you could troll by it, just not you.
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
Ah, because of Emil trolling.
Down the hole.
This looks like a boss fight.
It's actually the exact same room that I had the previous boss fight.
Oh yeah.
What's this guy's name again?
This is Khalil and P33.
Khalil.
Or BP.
Name is BP.
But he falls to the same problems as the other robots, and then you can stun lock him. He gets a few more tricks afterwards, though.
He's got wings now.
Okay.
Not that he's using them.
There we go. He's kind of.
There we go.
But since I did enough damage... There he is. Since I did enough damage to him, he's basically in his final sequence. He's supposed to have done this a couple of times already. If I had guard at this point, I would just stand still, because you can block the falling debris by just guarding. It does a very minimal amount of damage as it is. Okay, let's see if I can get this right about here.
Close.
There we go.
Oh, when did you kill the other one?
I didn't need to kill the other one.
Oh, okay.
It's just a matter of, if there's more of them on the screen, then it's harder for me to actually make sure I get my hits in. And then the brother's like, haha!
I won.
Yeah.
And of course he did.
He's rather crazy.
Does he end up dying?
No.
No.
Aw.
But he lives a sad, lonely life with his robotic arm.
You kind of wish he did.
I mean, but really isn't everyone.
Yeah. So, one of the differences between the Japanese version and the US or international releases, the older brother, the one that died a while back, has a different name in the Japanese version. In the US version, I believe he's Jacob, but in the Japanese version, his name is Jiminy. To go along with, to go along with Geppetto. And then the younger brother's name is Gideon, which I don't know of any references to, but it's probably in there somewhere. Yeah. So, we have Word Boss round 2.
Yep. Still not as bad as Kaine's monologue if you don't skip it.
Well, Kaine's monologue has save points in between its sections, so yes, it is really long.
Wow, you read 10 pages of text. Would you like to save to make sure you don't have to go back and read those same 10?
Alright, I do need to pay attention here, though. Brown eyes. 33.
Yeah, so that people should start getting ready.
This kind of recounts on pieces of things that happened in Drakengard. Little allusions that make sense if you've played Drakengard and actually cared enough to pay attention to it, but otherwise are completely fine and ignorable on their own. I do not condone playing Drakengard, by the way.
Yeah.
It is the definition of tedium, but you will definitely not have a predictable ending.
There's an LP over by the Dark Id, I think. You can just read, it's just screenshots if you really want to see the game. And not spend 40 hours.
I mean, the air battle was like pretty cool. It was just more of them.
Well, yes and no. There were pieces that are just like, here, we'll do this air battle so you can continue to the next air battle. And then you can go on the ground in the same place that it was the last time, but with restocked enemies. Yeah, it's needs a little bit more flavor, I'd say. No. Or, you've forsaken me.
You drifted too hard.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. So we are now to the last piece of the. I don't even actually remember what it's called. The key, so to speak. The last piece, and Popola will tell us all about where to get it. Because Popola knows.
I mean, couldn't she just tell you all this stuff right at the beginning?
No. She had to read a book about it
Then
first.
you wouldn't be able to do this sick parkour stuff on these stairs like 4 times.
She didn't even have the decency to meet you out front. No, she never leaves that chair.
I have been showing all around the world.
Well, she leaves the chair once. It's like, oh, that's why you never left. How about you go back and sit?
Yeah.
Go back and sit.
Yeah, she'll leave the chair at the end.
What's the time at, by the way?
2:53.
Read and cry.
Okay. I should be beating this next boss before 3 hours, but I don't think I'm going to be able to, considering all the mistakes that I've had. Ugh. So we go back to everybody's favorite place, the Airy. Don't hit me.
Wow. Emil, why didn't you take care of that?
I'm gonna get hit again, alright.
Dang it, Emil.
You got a good word.
You got a lug.
I did get a lug. I'll equip it if I get Gebuloth later on. Equipping just for lug is not worth it. Please stop. Thank you. Yeah, that doesn't usually happen.
Are you sure that
I
hasn't
won't say that
never
it has
happened?
never happened. It just does not usually happen.
Could you almost say that nearly never happens?
Yeah, in fact, you might.
I do have the duct tape.
The duct tape is
But
on
he's
hand.
supposed to be reading comments.
It's competition.
We will
Get duct
find
tape
somebody
first.
Oh,
else.
speaking of comments, you can read some for about the next 4 minutes.
Oh, great.
Actually, Blue Glass, you're sitting right next to him. It wouldn't take much for you to take over.
I'm not trained in the ways of comment reading.
Would it be hard to do better?
Yeah, I could show you. We have $10 from James Kern. Hey guys, third donation. Had to help that one guy out with the best Final Fantasy donation. Put this towards Katamari Damacy as the best Final. Well, that's not really helping out, because I mean that's the only one
reaffirming
there.
the Katamari Damacy's placement
Yep.
as the
It already
unfunded
I
winner.
bet even if we don't put it on the donation tracker, people are going to donate for it anyway, and some stream monster is going to make personal tallies.
All right. Well, I think
They're
we're.
welcome to do that. We don't stop them.
If someone wants to
It's all
start
about
that, I
the
think we're
side
$30 in for Katamari.
Hey, I just said we're not going to do that. Or are we?
It got a bit out of hand last time. I was a best Final Fantasy even.
Okay. I'm gonna not do that and do the lame strat instead.
Oh.
Yeah, you can spear jump up there and skip this ladder entirely.
Yeah.
but I missed it, so.
Without the spear jump, you can still actually grab the very top of the ladder. One jump up will get you up there, but they're just invisible walls that make it a pain.
I'm just gonna max out here. And we are
You got a
set for
ton
the
of
rest
money.
of the game.
You got a lot of money.
So let's track down some people. This guy right here and this old dude, they need to get closer. They need to be best friends. I think we're gonna get it too. Yes.
Nice.
Except he took forever to turn.
Yeah, he did not turn.
This part advances as soon as you kill any 3 enemies. If I had missed one of them, and I could kill like one of the guards, and that also counts as an enemy. And then I could advance to where Kaine is having a party.
By the way, Gareth Johnson donated $5 to tell you that Gideon is the name of the cat that follows Honest John in the Disney version of Pinocchio.
There we go. We have the entire Pinocchio story over there. Without Pinocchio.
Probably somewhere in the original.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, this is just killing them until they stop coming, so.
You ready?
Yep.
Great. So we have $25 from Adam Hillman. This is getting really intense. Have another 25 for Oro, not Waffles, being the file name for Twilight Princess. You can name the horse Waffles instead, if that would help.
I haven't gotten a single word, have I?
And we have $20 from
Wow.
William Swartz.
No words.
Just found the older speedruns a month ago, and now I'm hooked. Great to get to watch it live.
Oh, I failed that already.
Yeah, that was not even. That was just nothing.
And we have $25 from Max Tyson. Just cashed in a paycheck. Please put this money towards German Oddworld, as it was one of the first games I've ever played, and because German is a funny language, no offense.
I said it on. I did. Wow.
And he also mentions, what are the file name choices for Zelda 2 Link's Awakening? I'm pretty sure you can just suggest whatever you want to, or donate for ones that are already there. If you suggest a new one, we'll put it into the tracker. But there would be a character limit, which 5 characters. Okay. We have another $10 from Anthony Erickson. Didn't think I would be able to watch the NieR run, so very happy I was able to. It's definitely in my top 10 favorite games. I've doubled my donations since SGDQ, and there might be more. Thanks for your generosity. And we have Jan Santons. Hello. Saw SGDQ last year and really enjoyed it. Great to see such a great idea work. Put this to whatever Omnigamer wants.
Is maximum met?
I will check.
Alright.
Scholastic, you fuck. one, it was called Book, and this one's called Wendy.
Yeah.
This thing looks like a late game boss.
Yeah,
It is.
There's a reason I do this boss last in the order of events. It's very easy to do this one earlier on, but it takes a lot longer. And you also have the chance to get the best magic word here, but I didn't get it at all, so the game just kind of gave you a screw you. You're not getting any magic buffs.
Yeah.
Which isn't a terrible loss. It takes up a small chunk of time.
So if you're keeping track of the story, this is pretty much where where like the whole deal with like what shades are starts to get really odd. Like one of the plot points with Kaine is that like she's been like basically ostracized from the village. Everyone's calling her a monster, and you assume this is because she's part shade. Like she has a shade basically like half possessing her. Then you find out that basically this entire village is shades. So this is where you're supposed to start questioning things.
Oh, wait, he's firing his laser.
We'll get into what shades are. We don't need to get into that.
Yeah, let's not spoil everything.
You do that, Emil. Good boy. It's very important that I get on this ladder before this scene starts, because I can get the camera back on me immediately as soon as I get to the top of the ladder.
It's a bit like the final boss of Okami.
Kinda. Those creepy faces really help, don't they? Okay.
It's more just the fact that it's a giant ball.
Did we get it? It is escaping to the inner level.
It's just a giant onion.
Basically.
Alright. I don't have Gebuloth, but I'm still gonna try for the quick kill.
We beat the hell out of that thing.
Oh crap.
Nope.
No, I killed it. It's just it covered itself up and cost a couple more seconds. Okay, and that's the end of Wendy.
And the area as a whole.
Yeah, there's 3 more movies that I'm going to skip, but I can give you a preview of what happens by just changing the camera a little bit. So there was an area there. Now there's not.
In fairness, you already killed basically everyone in the village, so it's not like you really killed any people, but you did destroy
it was a marvel of engineering and crazy places to live.
Yeah.
Marvel matters.
Yeah.
Speaking of Marvel, when is it?
When is Marvel?
When's Marvel?
What's the timer at?
About 3:03.
Okay, I'm 5 minutes slow. So this will probably clock in at about 3:28 after the credits. If time is of the interest, we can cut the credits short and save like 6 or 7 minutes.
Slightly behind, but not by that.
Okay. I'm working on it. This is the last time I get to drift, though.
Oh.
But it's not the last time we see a boar.
Yeah, Batman should start in about 10 minutes, but we've inserted 2 whole games, I think, so far, so I don't think we're going to do that late.
Okay. Last time I get to go visit Popola, too.
Next time she visits you.
It is almost as if someone deliberately set up.
really gets around.
You're overthinking it, right?
No, he's not.
I don't care if it's a trap. You're just waiting. I'm going.
So I'd like to remind people that we have an offer going on from the Yeti. They actually made 7 different t-shirt designs just for SGDQ. It's pretty amazing, and they're $11 each, and $3 from every shirt goes to the same charity, Doctors Without Borders. So definitely go check them out on their website. I'll link them in the chat.
Alright, last time I have to do this trick.
So you don't stand on that top block?
Not anymore. I have more consistency by doing it that way now. Yet it's still pretty inconsistent. and I kicked off the side there. Third time's a charm, right? Get up there. Or
Nice.
all overshoot.
Nice.
No, I'm committed now.
Yeah.
There we go. Besides, the Phoenix Spear's tassels match my own tassels on the Kabuki costume.
Are they butt tassels?
No, no.
I was just about to say that.
That DLC hasn't come out yet.
Oh
Well,
god.
now if everyone buys NieR that's watching this right now, they'll double their profits.
Give money to the corporation that doesn't exist anymore.
Yet they're still making better games.
Well, Dragon Guard 3 is coming out somehow.
Yeah.
What?
Nice.
That hasn't. Okay.
Never happened.
What? Huh? Wait, the company that made NieR doesn't exist anymore?
Cavia developed and produced NieR, and then Square Enix published it. But Cavia went under. This was Cavia's last game, so
Well, they
at least they went out on a good one.
Yeah, unfortunately, it just didn't sell.
Well, I think regardless of whether it sold or not, I think Cavia was going to get broken up into parent companies. Dragon Guard 3 does have the 4 main components to NieR and Dragon Guard games on board. I think it's like the director, the composer, and the story writer and one other person.
So we're pretty much ignoring them, but there's a somewhat unique type of enemy flying around that area.
Yeah, the flying shades are annoying as hell.
If he's unlucky, they can knock him off the ladders, but it didn't happen this time.
Phoenix Spear don't care. They'll kill everything. Alright, come on, come on.
Now we have this trick again.
Get over here. Don't play with Kine. Wow, I almost missed that.
Yeah.
Well, if you've gotten that one word, how much would it have increased your magic knife?
30%.
So that's a nice boost.
That is the largest boost from a word that you can get. Every word has a 30% variation of it.
So that would be 80% total?
Yes. On each of the magics that I use, so that's a lot of damage. And magic already does obscene amounts of damage. Now, we'll remind you that on normal, magic would still do the same amount of damage. It's just I would be able to use it less often. You can go ahead with some donations.
Great. We have $20 from Daniel Coivisto. As is tradition, marathon screwing up my sleep schedule. Of course, you think I have the luxury to stop?
Totally intended.
I was, actually.
And then we have $5 from Joshua Herzog. Hey, SRL and SDA, Metroid Master here, putting in for Runner's Choice, hoping to save the animals in Super Metroid. I'm working on improving my Metroid Zero mission runs while watching. Hope y'all make the goals. And then we have $20 from Andrew McKenzie. Put this to NieR as the best Katamari Damacy. And $10 from Kevin Mullen. I've been looking forward to Games Done Quick since SGDQ, and I will certainly be tuned in all weekend. It's truly amazing the ability of people to gather with an unusual skill and raise so much money for a good cause. Oh, and Blue Glass for Best Final Fantasy.
This is the part I was talking about with stopping it mid-bloom. It goes away, but this is also like the entire... Oh, come on. It's fun, then. Yeah. This is the endgame sequence, so this is a boss rush and then some.
If you try to go through those doors without talking to the birds, the room just loops on itself.
Yeah. And you're answering some story-related questions that are not told to you, but you're supposed to infer by this point in the game.
Yeah.
Basically, souls separated from bodies and to protect themselves from some black disease.
Hey, look, it's human.
Oh yeah, it's these people that
Nebula.
were helping me out,
They
right?
want us to die.
What a surprise!
I know, right?
But we're the good guys, right?
Yeah,
You've been
totally.
helping people.
People.
We totally saved
Yeah.
that guy and his dog, right?
And we saved that one bitch on.
I mean, we didn't start the side quest, and they didn't die.
He still died. It's NieR.
Okay,
They're all
true.
dead.
It just says that like at the end of the credits.
And now do they combine?
No, not exactly.
We can use the seal process. Of course we can. How about you use
All right, done.
They do seem to be having a great
Weiss starts to realize his age. But it's okay, because we all just want to dance.
Luigi's Mansion.
No dancing minigame?
No, there's no dancing rhythm mini game in here. This game has every kind of game except that.
Really missed potential. Would have been so.
Should have been during the credits.
How did Luigi's Mansion go right there?
Pretty good. Yeah, he was really, really happy when he was dancing.
Don't all have maximum swag levels.
Yeah.
Jump the gun.
Well, I couldn't see them. I thought I might have been late. Yeah, so each one
Now
of
you're
these
getting worse.
each one of these changes their.
Is it the same order that
They always spawn in the same order, yeah. Although I forget that order sometimes, so.
It's like 20.
I think it's this one over there.
It's like you go around in a circle, but then once you get to a corner, it's random. Well,
Yeah, they kinda-
I mean, not random, but like it's just jumps over somewhere else.
I think it's this guy. No, it's probably this guy. I'm so confused. Which one is it? It's
You're looking
behind
at
me!
It's off camera.
Nice.
It's someone right behind me.
You were looking at 4 out of 6.
Kill this one, and then I think. Yeah.
Are they on a timer or is it when you've killed the last one?
It depends. Some of them are on timers based off of. Basically, there's moves in several sequences. So, like, as soon as I kill this one's going to turn. And I need to be ready for it because this is the first one with a flying shade. And I cannot kill them very easily if I miss. And the last one. So lonely on the dance floor.
And there's the flying ones you were talking about.
Yeah, these don't really matter. So I can skip these as much as I want. But I'll kill them for some extra experience and maybe some drops in words. Not that I'm going to use the words. But what?
Come on. Come on.
Wow. Here.
Do I look like a goddamn locksmith to you?
Come on. Calm down. Wow, I'm failing really hard.
Break it down.
Okay, Kai's got it though.
I'm surprised.
Done that from the beginning?
I'm surprised that wouldn't have been her first choice.
Yeah.
That seems like her character would just immediately go for that.
No, it's character growth, man.
Character growth. Slowly become
where's
more
the camera?
useless.
Okay. If the camera's facing the wrong direction, then I don't know where the boar is coming from.
So this boar is the enemy we were talking about earlier that you can destroy with charged attacks.
Not this one, it's the
Not
one afterward.
the one
And the
after.
boar's name, the
Oh,
boar actually
yeah,
has
yeah,
a name. And
Sorry.
it's Goose.
Yeah.
Like the one that lays gold eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Mother Goose, however you want to.
So yeah, my bad. There's this one, and then I think the goose is like the mother. something.
Yeah, it's probably one of these.
Yeah.
But don't worry, it gets armor now.
There we go. Yeah, this is the one. There you go.
Yeah.
First one didn't hit too strongly.
Great, regenerating health.
Well, just so long as I've queued up this part, it doesn't matter now.
Yeah.
I'll knock him down one more time just because, but... He's poisoning the air in the room, which is why I kind of got this green scent, and my health is also going down. Yeah. Emil's just like, whatever. I'm okay.
It's the DLC costumes.
Yeah.
It's just a black robe.
So that's another example of a place where the camera changes, but it's not actually a cutscene.
Usually it does like a full 180 where I'm facing backwards, and that's what I count on, but... Stairway to the boar. Yeah.
Damn it, I can't get it open.
How did they get
I
up
thought
there?
you worked this out last time, kinda.
Strike the beast while it's down.
Yeah. So that was a very, very minor charge, and look how much damage it did. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god, how many?
Oh, it goes infinitely. It's story elements now.
I'm just saying, the boss is long.
And guess who we meet?
It's these guys.
Because they have so much experience fighting wolves, they decided to pick up bigger game. And I can't advance until this dialogue passes, so it's kind of, I'll just joust with the boar for a while. Hint, I usually win. They don't need health bars. Like, you see that guy, he got smeared on the ground. He's roadkill right now. He'll get up pretty soon, though. He's fine, I'm sure.
It's near everybody.
Yep.
See, look, he's up and better now. He's gonna go beat on some boar some more.
Got better.
Yeah, exactly. Get in there. That's the wrong direction.
Does anyone in this game get turned into a newt?
No.
No, that would be one of the least bad things that would happen.
That's too good for all these characters.
Yeah. That would be fortunate.
Yep. Luckily, they decide to do the dumb thing and fight me one-on-one.
Right? That was just the plot twist, right? That we just skip.
Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much. So basically, shades are the real humans. They're the, like, souls of humans that separated themselves from their bodies in order to avoid the apocalypse. And the people that we thought were humans are really just empty shells that somehow became sentient. So all the shades are, like, corrupted human souls that, like, their body...
There we go.
Well, some of them are corrupted.
The ones that attack people are corrupted.
Yeah. So basically, their bodies became sentient, so they couldn't
Also,
take
Copola's
over.
not doing too good right now.
Yeah.
He kind of went crazy. You just killed
Oh
Devil.
yeah, you killed Devila. Now Popola's.
Oh, and by the way, Emil is no longer with us.
Emil's.
Oh yeah.
Emil blew
did that-
up.
did that
We-
cutscene just get skipped?
Yeah, Emil blew up.
Yeah, I think so.
He's trolled his last troll.
His last words were, "I don't want to die."
Yeah.
Boom.
Like the one thing did he say it over and over again? Or is that shit?
I think it's
like
just
that,
once.
Like, I'm scared or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, well, there you go.
I don't want to
He's
die.
like, I really had fun with you guys. I don't want it to end, but
Too bad you're in jail.
Yeah.
Too bad you're in a caveat cave.
Yep.
okay. I have a chance to get Pahiloth from these guys, which is the strongest physical buff. I kind of doubt I will get it though.
In fairness, we only think Emil dies.
Well,
Oh, my bad. There
because
was a
really,
speedrun.
really, Emil goes on to become a cyborg who fights aliens.
Yeah.
Is that the ending A? Or is that ending B? When Emil comes
I think you have to get to either C or D to see Emil.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I'm okay.
Yeah.
So Grimoire,
I mean, no body.
Noir is
We got
not.
his head.
Oh, dang it! I didn't. I had just few enough buffs that he went into this stupid.
Wait, so now you're fighting the book?
No,
No,
it's
no,
the,
it's the other one.
counterpart to that book.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
What?
I'm gonna restock. Shadow Lord also has a stun loop.
Cool guy.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Also, the Shadow Lord was the guy who took Leona. And
Yeah,
he
you
just-
played him in the prologue.
He looks just like you.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, so it turns out you're not actually playing as the guy from the prologue. The guy from the prologue is the final boss.
No way, should I get ready on time?
No, well, pretty soon, but you'll have
Let me guess,
a
he's
minute
your
or two
soul?
yet.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
he's actually, yeah.
He's like my original.
You're the body. Although there's a lot more to the story that.
Yeah.
Okay,
You're you're supposed to be an empty shell. That
please
he-
don't troll me. Pretty please.
Sympathize with you. I swore to protect
Okay, he's staying on this side.
If someone puts them in danger, they must stand aside or be cut down. Come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Alright, got it.
Nice.
You can get ready on the timer now.
Also, I hope you like chops.
Yep.
I heard you like bullets. I heard you really like. Space.
Yeah. No, the boss.
The best part about this is that if you don't want to deal with the bullet hell parts of it, you can just block.
Yeah.
And you're completely immune to all the damage. Alright, incoming use of name. Weiss is kind of invisible and kind of dead, but not really. That doesn't matter. We've got your more adult-looking Yona now. And the thing she loves the most is, of course, Zerator.
Yeah.
What happens if you don't put in your name?
You have to keep going back until you remember it. I've had that happen before, where I put in a random name and I could not remember it. And like, timer.
3:23:22.
Okay, and then
I'm
there's
guessing
another.
that was her dying there?
There's another 6-7 minutes of credits, but we can cut that short if need be.
Oh, they're not in the room yet, although I guess they might be grabbing the room.
Yep.
Oh, here they go.
How much would we have to die for
We're only like 10 minutes behind.
Oh, I'm really not.